Hello, Turkey. How's it going, man?
How you guys doing? Thank you so much for having me, LocksTALK, man. It's an
No
honor, man.
problem at all. So, I'm adjusting volumes a bit on the fly.
Sure, go ahead,
So,
man.
how's it going, man?
Pretty good. Pretty good. It's really good to be here, man. It's always good to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
No problem, man.
It's an honor for sure.
No problem. So, let me start off with for who doesn't know. Turkey right now is collecting money for RSPCA
That's
for
right. Yes, goes with
animal
goes
charity.
SPCA.
Please, when he's on stream, go donate money because I super support
It is for
animal
a good cause,
charity.
man.
I have dogs myself. My wife takes care of, not takes care of, she owns a daycare and the boarding. So, yeah, very involved with animals. So, very nice to see you do that, man.
Awesome.
So,
Thank you, dude.
go and donate for sure.
Thank
And
you, bro.
obviously, if you haven't seen Torkie, go subscribe to his channel. At least follow first and then subscribe because
Thank you, man. I appreciate
So,
that, dude. Appreciate the
lem-
shout out.
let me tell you, Torkie, how I found you. So, once upon a time, I was at the academy. I was filming someone. So, I decided when I film people, I just put Twitch streams in the background on all the PCs. And I happened to click on the first one that came up, and it was yours. And yours was the one that
Okay.
had the volume. I had speakers connected. And it was low in
Okay.
the background. And I was listening and seeing you and listening and seeing you. And whilst I was filming, I was sort of getting distracted. So after that, ordered some lunch, sat down and started seeing you. And after a while, I was like, wait a bit, man, this guy sounds every now and then gets a bit of Maltese. Has a bit of Maltese in him. So I asked you, like, yo, man, are you like Maltese? And you're like, yeah, I'm from
Yeah.
Gozo. And then you told me something like, I've heard good things about you guys for Level Academy. And I was like, how the fuck does this guy know I'm with Level Academy? And I realized I was logged in with Level Academy's account. In fact, I had told Kevin, like, sorry, you look like an ass if you ever spoke to this guy
Oh
before.
yeah,
'cause-
I remember when you asked me, dude. I know exactly where I was at Tarkov at that time, dude. When you asked me, bro, I was like, dude. I remember that though. Yeah.
So, yeah, so what happened was I saw Tarkov, I saw good entertainment, I heard the accent, then I heard your music, and we have this very, very, very similar taste.
Do.
It's ridiculous. So, are you Maltese, born in Malta, born abroad? Like, what's the deal?
Basically, I am born and raised in Malta. My dad's half Australian, but his parents are Maltese. So he spent a lot of time. He grew up in Australia. He was born in Australia. So, but that's not where I get my accent. Really, it's kind of weird because I never actually stepped foot in the U.S. I got more of a U.S. American accent. But basically, as a young kid, like I said, my dad used to live in. He was brought up in Australia. He came to Malta when he was like 8 years old. Then he went to New York when he was fucking
That's it.
like 17 years old. 17 years old, and he stayed there for 11 years. So his English just became automatically Americanized. So as I used to go to school and stuff, learning English and stuff, when I used to come home, he used to teach me how to pronounce stuff. And it's just like as a young kid, hearing all that pronunciations and stuff like that, and plus TV and plus games back in the day, the PlayStation 2, it's just like all got absorbed in my head, and I couldn't really release it for like I
But
can't. I have
it's
this
New
weird
York,
accent,
man. It is New York. That's what I was going to
Yeah,
tell you.
it's very
not just,
weird.
It's not
Yeah.
just American. It's very particular. It's New York. Like,
Yeah,
I
man,
love
I don't know
stand-up
how it's so
comedy
weird,
a lot.
dude.
I follow a lot of New York comedians, and sometimes I say, that's New York. You have a New York accent. So I was wondering if you were ever born in New York or something
No,
like
man,
that.
never, dude. Never stepped a foot in the U.S.
Oh,
ever.
all right. Good.
Yeah,
good.
but hopefully next year we're going there for our honeymoon, so
Man,
that should be interesting. Maybe we blend in a little bit,
it helps a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot with fucking streaming, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
swear, I noticed there was a bit of Maltese every now and then. Imma xej, ġifiri, like at first I was like, this is New York, this is very New York style. So,
Yeah.
Torkie, what's
Hmm?
Torkie? Where did this come from?
Ooh.
I always wonder,
So,
like, what does it mean?
Yeah. Basically, it used to be another name. It used to be Torkan, Torken. And I kind of came up with it when I was very young. I wanted to make a Mortal Kombat profile because back then I used to use my IRL name Terrence, for making a profile on the PlayStation 2. But I was kind of sick of writing my own name as a nickname. I used to ask for a nickname, and I always give him my real name. And I was like, I need to make somewhat of a username, like a nickname or something. And obviously, my name starts with a T. As a young kid, you're like, I gotta make a nickname that starts with a T. So I came up with Tor. It was Tor. I was like, maybe it's too short. Then it was Torque. I was like, maybe it's still too short, and it just came up as Torcon. And I still remember the day I actually made it. It was on a Mortal Kombat Deception profile. So I kept it for a very long time. I used it on RuneScape when I started playing online and everything. And then eventually it started to get cheesy. Torcon, like it sounds some old medieval shit. Like I was like, it's not clicking as much anymore. So I gotta make it a little easier on the tongue, So yeah, I just came up with Torkie. It was with Y for like a month or two, and I just didn't like the way the Y looked at after the K. So I was like, I gotta change that up, and I just put an IE instead, and that was it, dude. And I kept it.
Okay, so all right.
Yeah.
So the word doesn't mean anything. It's like a
No, it
build
doesn't
up
mean
of
it, just the name.
Yeah. All right, cool. Because
Yeah,
people
yeah.
when they ask me what my nickname is, it doesn't really have a meaning. As in, it came from obviously the expression "lock, stock, and barrel." There was a
Yeah.
gun shop in Birkirkara called "Lock, Stock, and Barrel." And
Yes,
guns,
yes.
guns.
I know that place. Yeah.
As in, so I remember seeing the gun shop. I was lock, stock, and I remember lock, stock, and barrel. There was something to do with also cocking a shotgun when it goes to lock, stock. So I was like, I love it. Then,
Yeah. It's got a nice
and the film,
sound to
man.
it.
The film is fucking
Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, dude. Of course, man.
work of art. So I was like, fuck
Brilliant,
it.
dude.
I like. It used to be my music name, Tajvi, not.
Oh, really? Okay.
And then I just did everything lock, stock. I used to play with Club Murder as a nickname. I used to play as Red Rum, as Synchronic. I changed my nickname so many
Red
times
Rum.
all throughout Shismo. I remember you saying, Torkie, that your dad used to like play Resident Evil, or was that Engine? Who was you had influence from your parents though on
Doom. He used to play
Doom?
Doom.
All right. So
Doom.
so you saw these games at a young age also.
Yes, yeah. Oh, yeah. I was like 4 years old. My dad had bought a Windows 95 back then, and he wanted it to use it for work. That's basically it. But the Windows basically came in with these games installed. There was Duke Nukem, there was Quake, there was Ultimate Doom. Everything was in there. Need for Speed, everything. And as a young kid, seeing my dad play that stuff, I was like, dude, I gotta a piece of this, and it was amazing, dude. Oh yeah, and that's where it started off, man.
How old are you, Turk? How old are you?
28. I'm gonna be 29 in less than 2 months. Second January.
There's an 11-year difference between us, man.
Oh shit, dude.
My games when I started were fucking different. Ostia, nice, man. So you started with the good shit straight away.
We did, man. I was blessed with that one, yeah.
And like, where did the whole like streaming thing come from? Were you like into just competing in games? Did you just pick up streaming straight away? Like, where did this come from? Because like everyone has the same story almost. Like, is yours any different?
Mine, you would probably call me crazy, but basically, when I started, basically, I had, when I was a kid, basically, let's just go all the way back a bit. When I was a kid playing on the PlayStation 2, I used to imagine people watching me. It sounds crazy, but I imagined there was actually an audience watching what I was doing. And this is some crazy shit. Like, and
no, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's like there's people watching me play. I don't know, WWE. I used to play a lot of that stuff, and
it gives you like good pressure in a way.
Yeah, exactly. And then I remember there was X-Fire. You probably remember X-Fire for sure.
Yeah.
The first stream I ever uploaded was an X-Fire. It was a RuneScape stream, and it only lasted for like 15 minutes, but it was just like it was nothing. It was just a test stream. And then I streamed a bit on Steam. I remember it was like it's always been there, but I never had the stuff to do it, And then I remember I heard about Justin TV, which was Twitch back in the day, pre 2011, I believe. And I've always wanted to do content creation. Like I remember I was a teenager, like 17, 18. I heard about Twitch. I was like, I cannot believe how people like make a living out of this. It's absolutely crazy. Yeah, like it was just absolutely wild to even think about. And it was either making movies or streaming for me, like on YouTube. I mean, like videos on YouTube. And eventually, I started saving up money to work and saving up money for for a better PC and stuff like that. And eventually, it got to a point where I was like, dude, I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna start doing it. Whatever happens, happens. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time.
How old are you?
And I was this was back in 2000. The first stream on Twitch was actually at the end of 2016. So it was like December, but I started streaming like the first official stream was February 14th or 15th of 2017. So it's been over 5 years and a half now. That was like the first official stream, with the
So
camera and everything.
so you officially have been streaming Jiri for, we could say, like around 5 years now.
Exactly. Yes.
Hostia, right, nice.
Yeah, full time for 2.5. Basically part time because it was part time before that. Like I used to stream maybe 4 hours a day.
How long
You know,
did
wasn't
how long did it take you to pick up to get to part time?
until I really wanted to know what I wanted to do, dude. It took me
As
three
in-
and a half years to fucking
As
No.
don't worry, I'm not asking you to give
Yeah.
tips on a blueprint on like, or the magical thing people think there is, which doesn't exist, like on like making it. I mean, but like, how long into it, and like, how did you realize, like, what was it, like, your amount of subs, your amount of viewers, like, you just decided I'm gonna take a leap, go part time, you worked hard, and eventually it came in. Like, what was the switch?
The switch. There were two switches. The biggest switch was COVID. When COVID happened, you know, I lost my job, like a lot of people did, and I had to stay home and I had to work from there. You know, I had all the time in the world to focus on streaming. And the second thing was, I just basically wanted to play a game that I've always wanted to play, which was Tarkov, and I enjoyed every little bit of it. And we just kept on going, dude. And the subs started increasing, and you know, I'm gonna be honest with you, like everything started to increase, like the followers, the viewers, everything just started blowing, like moving upwards. You know what I mean? And when I saw that, dude, I was like, I have all the time in the world to do this, so I'm just gonna go straight into it, you know? And that's basically how it happened.
So it was a mix of timing. In other words, it was like
Oh yes,
you
yes.
started seeing a good amount
Yeah.
of whatever you considered like how good for going part time, and then COVID hit, and you were like, "Fuck it, might as well go for it," and it grew from there.
Exactly.
Yeah, alright, that's nice.
Exactly, dude.
So you've been full time for how long now?
2.5 years, basically. 2.5 years. Yeah.
And you stream every day from Monday to Friday at least for about 8 hours
Yes.
a day.
For not even I would say 6.5 to 7.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. And
That extra 8, that extra hour to the 8 hours, man, it fucks my head up, dude. I'm gonna be honest, bro. It drags a bit too much. So
No,
I try to keep it, you know.
I don't have the stamina to do that. Like, not to play, because I can play for fucking 12 hours
Yeah.
straight without a problem.
To
but
talk
s-
and
to stream,
yeah.
Because I don't know, like a big part of playing to me is just fucking darkness and fucking let go and
Yeah,
play. So
yeah.
streaming used to get quite fucking tiring, even the lights. So I can't imagine doing like 6 to 7 hours a day. And Tarkov so was the game you decided, like, when you took it seriously, you decided you went full on Tarkov.
Yes.
And
I played Tarkov before I went full time, and I knew that was the game I wanted to work with. But sadly, I couldn't because my PC was just weak back then. The person that basically I had a budget, right, to build a PC just to stream Tarkov, and there was a PC tech guy, and I told him, listen, I need this PC to stream and run Tarkov properly. And he's like, oh yeah, you got to get this, and that, and this. And I spent a ton of money, and still couldn't run it. So basically, I was like, you know, kind of in the shitter, if you know what I mean.
yeah.
And then I had to go fucking play other games, even though I enjoyed it. You know, I became Warframe partner. I became partner on Twitch before Tarkov.
So wait, so you were partnered before Tarkov?
Yes, I was partnered before Tarkov.
With what game were you partnered? So
Warframe. It was Warframe.
it was
Yeah. I kind of, I was a part of Warframe when it was huge, basically when it hit the peak, you know. So I kind of went up with the peak itself, you know what I mean? And it was a great time. Don't get me wrong, but it was a game that was too repetitive, and I can't do well with too much repetition.
Yeah, exactly.
With Tarkov, like, yeah, you got a repetition, you go in the same raid, but you don't know what's gonna happen in that raid.
Yeah.
You might get fucking head-eyed by a hacker. You know, you might win. You might get destroyed by like, you know what I mean.
It's
always
unpredictable as that.
yeah, exactly. And that oblivion, that oblivion feel is just what keeps me wanting to play it. You know what I mean? Because you don't know what's gonna happen.
Asti, all right, all right. I didn't know. I had no clue that you had partners before Tarkov was here.
Yes.
And do you think that, like, for example, social media presence and shit like that helped you a lot with partnering? Didn't at all at the time, like any? Because today it's a
I
thing
guess
that
it
if your
did.
social media isn't big, you won't get anywhere. Like, how was it for you?
I mean, back then, social media, my social media wasn't really much at all, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like Twitter, maybe something was something, but other than that, it was nothing. You know, I put all my focus on Twitch back then, and I don't know, it just grew from there, man. Like I didn't focus on YouTube back then either, so yeah, I guess it was just Twitch, to be honest. It was just a bit of Twitter, and all like 5% Twitter, 95% Twitch, I guess.
And 95% Twitch because you were consistent, because you were always streaming.
Yeah, consistency, exactly. Yeah.
In fact, that's a question I want to ask you because like I've seen it when I've seen like foreign lessons on like streaming, on teaching, on streaming, streamers themselves. Like everyone has an opinion. Some
Yeah.
people tell you don't stream over 4 hours because it's good to remain consistent, but leave people wanting more. Blah blah blah. Some people tell you it's important to be streaming for 8 hours because most of the day people can log in and they can actually find you there and click on you. Like, what's your opinion about that? Like, you think the hours you put into streaming affects the viewership by a lot, or like if you had to do 4 instead of 7, would that probably affect you quite a lot?
If I did four instead of seven, I think it would affect me negatively, like for sure.
Hmm.
Um, there's, I think everyone's different. Everyone can handle their energy uh differently. So I can handle my energy up to like 6 7 hours, you know what I mean, and then I go pretty fucking calm for like an hour, and then I kind of wake up again. Like that's how we go with 24-hour streams. It goes good for like my mind is like basically it's all it depends on the streamer itself, because I can't really speak for anyone else. Some people can do like a crazy 4-hour stream, like one of the best 4-hour streams you'll ever see on Twitch, and then you'll have other people that they can spread that energy out for 10 hours, 12 hours. They can do it for 24. Everyone's different though, but it like in regards of growth, it depends on the person. It depends on the person how long they could be.
No, I definitely agree with you. Like, if you can't handle more than 4 hours, you're just going to get boring after. But if you
Exactly.
have the stamina, would you advise people to put in the extra 2 hours if you know that it's no problem? Like, you just, let's say they're just obeying a rule of doing 4 hours and stopping, and they could do 8 hours if they wanted to.
Yeah,
Like,
if they could do 8 hours, it's better for sure.
it's always going
Like,
to be better. I agree.
of course, because you're there.
Because
If
it's
you're not
quite a
there,
debate.
hey,
I tell you, it's quite a debate. Some people tell you
it
like
is
4, don't keep it to 8. But I personally think the more you're online, the more there's a chance of people seeing you. You know what I mean? It's like when you have an episode or there are reruns of the episode all day. The chances are you're going to catch one of the episodes. So
for sure. Exactly.
yeah, I
Exactly.
agree with you that way. No, but definitely,
It's
if you
yeah,
can't
that's
make
how it
it,
is.
don't.
Yeah, but you should always like push yourself. You can't be like, oh, dude, like I've been streaming for 4 hours for 3 years, and that's the best I could do. You have to push yourself. If you think like 7 hours, you can could reach the 7 hours, and you should do fine. Do it, do it. Just do it more consistently, and eventually it'll become the norm. So it won't feel that bad. It
And
won't like.
when it comes to then editing for your socials, do you do that yourself? Do you hire someone? As in, what's
Oh, I do everything by myself. Yeah.
exactly? So when do you find that time then? If you're streaming, because you stream fucking up to 7 hours. Like, when do you find the time? Because I notice people like Daikai, Spooner, Max. They put a lot of time into their socials, and
Yeah.
I wonder like how like they manage their life. So you stream for much longer hours and every day almost. So when do you when the fuck do you find the time to do this shit, man?
Dude, I don't know, man. Like, I just get on, and if I feel like if I should post something, I will. If I feel like I don't post, last month, I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. Like, all of my platforms other than Twitch has suffered. Twitter, YouTube, especially even TikTok. I haven't been doing videos whatsoever. After what happened, a month and a half ago, my head is just not, hasn't been in the game fully yet. It's getting there, but it takes a bit of time. But like, normally the way I used to do it, basically, I would finish the stream. Like, let's say I got a few clips to work on. I'd do that right after the stream because I know once I get out of my room, I do not want to sit back on the PC and I don't want to fucking redo the whole thing again.
So
You know what I
after
mean?
the stream, you let it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Serious.
that's how I used to do it. Yeah, like I used to stream for like let's say 6 hours on average, and then I would do another like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, maybe sometimes even 3 hours working on a video. You know.
So,
Then I
so
would get up and continue the day and whatever. Yeah, or this like just maybe depend on. Normally, I used to focus on Saturday morning to be the editing day, but man, I don't know. Sometimes you just don't feel like it. You know what I mean?
no, I agree with you. Like you want to get everything done the week, so weekend you're
Yeah.
off. So you have a partner though, right?
Yes.
So you stream, edit, have a partner. Like
Yeah, it can be hard to juggle, man.
I was going
It
to
can
tell
be
you,
hard to
like,
juggle, dude.
I'm not gonna. As in, obviously, we've had arguments about this every couple
For
of
sure,
times when it
for
comes
sure,
to this
for
shit. It's a
sure,
fucking
for
given.
sure, man.
Like, if there are women
sure.
listening, please learn to get fucking hobbies.
For sure,
No,
dude.
it's true. That's the thing. Like, most guys have a lot of hobbies, so we always go through this shit with our women.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, for sure.
So
it takes.
it's definitely fucking really hard to juggle. That's what
It
I'm
is.
saying. It's so you do the editing yourself. All right.
Yeah.
So what are your sleeping patterns like? You manage to sleep, or you like me, insomniac, so you get shit done at night because you don't sleep a lot?
Dude, if I don't sleep, I go crazy, bro. I have to get my 6-7 hours of sleep for sure.
Okay, you do good.
I have to because or else I won't function right, dude. And if let's say I don't get the sleep, there's something more important for than sleep for me, which is doing something like even going for a walk or going to the gym. If I don't do that, dude, every other day, my mind, I'm gonna be honest with you, Lock. My mind just goes cuckoo, dude.
Because
Like my mind starts playing on me, man. It's just not. It's not fun.
I know you
It's just
also
me
go
out.
to the gym. That's why, and that's
Yeah.
even more time. Like you're often
Yeah.
at the gym, or what's like?
I
what's your
enjoy the gym.
training?
Like I love it, dude. You know, I don't go there to just get all physique. You know what I mean. I like to go there, just bust my ass there, just fucking walk out there like literally someone just beat me up, and I'm satisfied. I go home, take a shower, eat, and start my day. That's when my day starts. Not when I wake up, dude. Like if this morning I didn't go to the gym. I went yesterday evening, so I woke up like feeling like literally till 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon. I felt like I was still asleep.
Nice, yeah.
So yeah, I became a bit too dependent on it. I guess I don't know.
So you try to go every day for your gym?
Every other day,
I see every other day. Yeah, nice. And
Yeah.
you wake up early to go, or not so early?
I wake up 6:30 normally. 6:30 in the morning. The first thing I do, I take Scarlett out for a walk. That's like 35 minutes. Then I come home, get my coffee, business, whatever. Wake up, whoever wants to get up for work and everything like that. And then I go to the gym basically afterwards. Yeah, get some breakfast, go to the gym. And that's when my day starts. Yeah. So
Nice, yeah.
basically at 9 I should be at the gym.
No, I can't.
10
do
I
that.
should 10, 15 should be home.
I work out at night. I
Yeah.
can't do morning. So you wake up in the morning. No, as in fucking best thing you could do. And I'm assuming from the way you're talking, not just physique, like probably mental health, feeling good,
It's all
feeling pumped,
mental,
everything.
dude. It's all
so
mental, man. All of it, dude.
Yeah, like I saw you liked one of my comments I had left on Twitter. In fact, yeah.
Yes,
So people,
yes.
if you're having issues mentally, I'm not saying do this and don't see a doctor in any way. I'm not a doctor, but if you work out, you'd be surprised how fucking good you feel the next day. Mood
Yes.
even straight after sometimes.
Oh yeah, for
and,
sure, man.
And I know you know the feeling because you said the special things like you feel like you got beaten up. Like I used to love
Yeah.
walking back from martial arts or from football, feeling like I'm fucking breaking to pieces, walking back
Yeah,
home,
exactly,
but
dude.
somehow it just feels rewarding.
Feels
It
good. It
good.
feels
It's like,
relaxing, man.
and mentally you're clear after you're better. Like you can
Yes.
fucking
Oh, big time, dude.
handle the demons better, tipo.
Exactly. Exactly, bro.
Definitely. All right, I agree. All right, so music, man. I know that you told me again your dad's young age maiden concert. What was it? Give me a bit of a recap.
Wait, say that again.
Dude, your
Look,
dad took you to see a metal
Oh,
gig
yeah.
at a really young age, eh?
So my dad, he bought a ticket for Black Sabbath back in 2007.
All right.
So back then, there was Dio with them, but at the end it wasn't Black Sabbath officially. It was called Heaven and Hell, but it was still
Right.
Black Sabbath. Yeah, because Ozzy wanted the what do you call it, the name, because it was actually his. You know what I mean? So he was like taking a bit of a law firm against it. So they came up with the name Heaven and Hell. Was Dio, Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, and Vinny Appice back then. So it was basically Black Sabbath, but
Exactly.
you know what I mean.
Same lineup.
Same stuff. And we went to see him in Australia. It was my first time in Australia. I was 13 years old in '07, and it was the best thing I've ever seen in my life, dude. And from there on out, like the first thing I did when I got home, I just put on, I think it was Neon Nights. I think it was Neon Nights or something by Black Sabbath, and I just played that fucking thing until I fell asleep, dude. Like I knew right there and then, like my life has like shifted to something else, you know?
Actually,
Yeah.
it's weird, man. Because on your stream, obviously, the first thing that attracted my attention was when I heard Pantera.
Yeah.
Pantera is my all-time favorite. But you have a playlist, man, that every now and then, like, songs come and I'm like, holy shit, I haven't heard this in ages, and it would be a song I really like. So we have very, very similar tastes in music. And that's one of the first things that I had really, like, got attracted to the stream, the fucking metal, man. Yeah. I remember saying, all right,
Yeah.
like, even I'll be working, for example, put you in the background, and even hearing the tracks in between, I'm like, all right, Ostia, I'll write that track down because I wouldn't have heard it in a long time. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
speaking of streaming again, obviously it's the main topic. So streaming isn't like how being a professional player. It can last a lot
Oh.
longer. You're not 30 and your reflexes are done now and you can't compete at a
Yeah.
level.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
But it's
Yeah.
also not. I think, like, especially with the way technology changes, you never know where it's going. But like, it's not that long term. So do you have like a not a backup plan? Do you have like a future plan? Like, where do you see yourself going after streaming, or you just gonna ride the wave of streaming and see where the next tech takes you, Tipo? What's the is there a plan?
Um. Uh,
No.
there is and there isn't. Basically, no.
Alright.
To be honest, basically, I'm just writing it along. But I don't see myself doing it forever. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be like 60 years old and be streaming. I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe who knows? Maybe, but um, I definitely want to. I've been thinking about this for a very long time. There's two things I do. I really do want to like get going in life, which is having my own bar.
Asti, alright,
And
yes.
yeah, I want that, dude. I love that shit. Or having like an animal sanctuary. You know what I mean? Like try to. Those things are like very dear outside of streaming, or something alongside firearms and stuff like that. Because you know me, I love
Oh yeah,
firearms and stuff.
we'll talk about it for
Yeah, for
sure.
sure, dude. For sure, man. Yeah, those are like,
Welcome.
yeah,
So,
basically.
yeah,
But right now, there's no plans, though. No.
no, because, like, as in, clearly you're doing well, and even the way technology goes, if you see from all of them, from Vine onwards, they all remained as content creators somewhere.
Yeah.
Whatever the next big platform is, people, your viewers will probably move on with you there if it's the next big thing.
Yeah.
But I wondered because, like, it's such a new type of job, like in the past like 2 decades, even past 1 decade,
Well, yeah.
that I wonder because it's not like athletes or esports athletes, like, your reflexes are going to die down and you're not going to compete at tier 1 anymore. Like, you find a lot of older streamers who do well because at the end of the day
Yeah.
it's character people. So
Exactly. Yes.
I
For
wonder.
sure, dude.
And we've been speaking. In fact, I've been telling you I know there's no magic formula, Oek, so I'm not going to ask you to like give tips how to get better to any Maltese people on how to make it or not make it. But what I'm going to ask you is there anything that you see that's just wrong that happens that you be like, don't do things that way. It's not going to help you. Is there any tip you can give that way? Like things that you see that are done the wrong way. You don't need to call out anyone, Tajvir. I'm just asking, like, in general.
Yeah.
If you see anyone doing something, you're like, yeah, that's not the way to tackle that, or you're putting too much time onto that when you should be focusing on this. Because I see a lot of this happening. Like, obviously, coming from you, it makes a lot more sense than from me. Like, you have a very good viewership. Is there anything actually, or maybe that you were doing like other people do, and you decided like that has to change?
I think it's the biggest one is actually self-doubt, dude.
What do you mean?
It's basically when you're like, how can I explain? Like, you start expecting things. Let's say you start stream morning. You do your stream, and you expect in your head you're gonna get 5 subs today, and it doesn't happen. And you end the stream, and you're like, oh shit, I didn't get the 5 subs that I expected. The next day comes up, you do the same thing again. You're like, oh, I wish to get fucking 3 subs. Basically, it's not what people do. I mean, there's like stuff like there's Twitch etiquettes at the end of the day. You shouldn't like self promote.
Oh,
You
yeah.
shouldn't cause drama, shit like that. You know what I mean? But I think it's more internally than that damages your brand more than anything. Because basically, when you start doubting yourself, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. Something broke, or yeah, like if you really want it, dude, you have to really chase it down. And the best advice I can give someone that wants to do content creation is put your heart into it, but don't expect anything back, dude. You know what I mean? Just put all your not all your eggs into it, but like be passionate about it, but don't look at the numbers. Don't, because they will drive you they will drive you up the wall, Lock. I know this because I've been there. I've been in that hole. Sometimes I may have like a month where it's a bit, on the downside. And you're like, holy shit, what am I doing wrong? Is this for me? So you start doubting yourself. You shouldn't doubt yourself, man. You should go hard at it, enjoy it, but just don't look at the numbers too much.
So to enjoy it, not to expect a career out of it. And then the career
Exactly. And then if it happens, fucking A, dude. But if you start looking at it like I don't know, how can I explain? Like if you start looking at it as a career before you even start it, it won't be a career.
No, exactly.
It won't, dude, because you start getting desperate for the numbers, and the moment you start getting desperate for the numbers won't go up. Okay, like it can actually show on stream sometimes. Let's say you're streaming, and you're like on the last hour, and you're like, holy shit, I haven't, received 3 followers today. So you get all down and shit like that, and it shows, and you can't let that eat you up, man. Because at the end of the day, it damages your brand. It damages
I
you.
agree 100%. Like not when it comes to streaming, because I'm not going to say I'm not bothered about my channel, but I don't like go crazy trying to promote it. I don't expect it to be a career. I enjoy doing it, and I wish maybe it will open up more doors for me rather than doing streaming full time or anything like that. I'd love to,
I know
but,
what you
but I
mean.
don't put enough time and
You
work
branch
into
out
it.
basically.
I don't put enough time into it to expect to
I know what
create
you
a
mean. I know
career
what you
out
mean.
of it. So I don't see it that way. There are a lot of things, like for example, some people unfortunately aren't built for being entertaining. Some people can put all the work into it, and unfortunately they don't see growth because maybe the character doesn't click with other people. Like
Yeah.
it could be a lot of things. So I agree with you. Like take it like a fun way. I relate to it differently, basically, not through the stream. Like I relate to it through bands.
Yeah.
Like when you start, all you want to do is see people in front of you.
That's it. Of course, exactly.
And people tell you don't care about the numbers, and it's hard at the time not to care about the numbers, but you understand it once you get numbers, because then a gig comes and you won't have numbers, and you start going, what the fuck did we do wrong, blah blah blah. And most of the times it could be just shit happened, man. There were more events on the day, more people were sick, it was rainy, and you start saying, was it me? And it wouldn't be us. And I definitely agree with you, but you do need to see growth and not remain obviously with the attitude of fuck it. Like sometimes if you spend a long time without seeing any growth, you need to change something, probably. I think.
Exactly. Yeah, of course. If the recipe you're working with ain't doing much, you gotta see how you can advance. How you can change things around, how to improve yourself. For sure. You stream everything.
I definitely agree. As in, it's hard because obviously you want to see views, so. Not looking like I've heard the opinion before, like don't look at the viewership. It doesn't make a big difference for me. Like I get happy when I see higher viewership, and when I see the average, I'm
you
like,
don't mind
fuck
it whenever I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I'm the same. But not everyone takes it different, the same. You know what I mean? Some people get a little too,
But some people's hearts are more into it than mine, maybe. When
others, exactly. I know what you mean.
I'll be honest with you. I think I put more time into like how I put my design and how I do my branding rather than like the actual fucking streaming and putting out content. Because I enjoy doing the other part more than you know what I mean. As in, I love streaming. I don't know. I get lost in designing shit to it. So no, but I know what you mean. Like, so try do things just for the fuck of having fun to do it and not to expect a career. What do you consider like, for example, I don't know, like I'm gonna tell you
Mm.
mine. Like, I don't expect you to mention any of obviously money or earnings, but like for example, for me, if I had a paycheck of 4 or 5K a month, I would feel rich. I would feel like, because
For
to
sure.
me,
Yeah.
being comfortable means rich. You know, I don't want
Yeah.
Lamborghinis. As in, I love Lamborghinis. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not like,
Of
it's
course.
not
Yeah.
my
Yeah. Yeah.
dream. Like, must get the Lambo. You know, like my dream is
Yeah.
like not to ever worry about money, have my own businesses doing well, and just like live your life, raise your daughter, like sort of thing, live with my
Yeah.
family. That's happiness to me. Like,
Comfortable life. Exactly.
what
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
most people say it's minimum wage. And I agree. Like you say, you're full time if you're getting your minimum wage. What was it for you? Like, was there a particular number, or were you like saying, okay, like I'll cover at least these expenses and I'll take a risk? How was it for you to say full time? To say this is like sustainable for me?
Basically, I started earning the minimum wage. Let's say the minimum wage, 2 months or three. Let's say 3 months in when I went full time. So right there and
Okay.
then I knew something was like something is happening, you know. And then over time it started to get a little bit more stable, you know. I started earning more money than the job I used to work before. I was like, what the fuck? Like I don't remember, you know, a fucking time that I earned this much money. I was like, okay, this is pretty crazy, dude. You know, and thankfully things have been looking up for sure. There were many months that were very, how can I say, like you don't know what you're gonna get. You know what I mean? You don't know how, because Twitch doesn't give you a good indication of how
No,
much
that's
you've
true.
earned. You know what I mean? So you obviously everyone has their bills, expenses, whatever to pay, and you're trying to manage. You know, you're trying to manage how what your paycheck is gonna be like, and the bills and everything. But ever since we went full time, it's been, let's say it's been good. You know, it's been quite good. And especially, I'm gonna be honest, dude, things got really comfortable with the ad system. I know people hate the shit out of it. I kind of hate it too, with the ads incentive stuff on Twitch. It basically added more reassurance for full time streamers.
How
You know
does
what
it
I
work
mean?
exactly? How does it work exactly? So the whole ads.
Basically, they give you an amount of hours you can stream. Let's say they give you 150 hours a month, let's
Mhm.
say. Okay, and in this 150 hours per hour, you have to run, I don't know, 4 minutes of ads, for example, and then you set it up. It's very easy to set up, and they give you X amount of money, right? And once you get the whole bundle going, and the month starts, that's when it starts rolling. It generates revenue. Basically, we used to earn like 12 euros, not even $12 worth of ads before, and there were almost, I wouldn't say almost as many ads, but there were a lot of ads. But it benefited Twitch more than the streamer. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Back then, yeah. But now it benefits the streamer more than Twitch. No, I mean benefits. Yeah, it
It's
benefits
more
the
fair on the
streamers more.
streamer.
Exactly, it's more fair to the streamer. There you go.
And how do the ads work exactly? So it's like YouTube, like anyone who logs in randomly can get an ad, or the ad is thrown and everyone sees the ad at the same time.
Normally, the ad is activated at the same time. You know what I mean? Like every 25 minutes or 30 minutes, 3 minutes of ads, for
Ah,
example. You
okay.
know what I mean?
So it's
Yeah.
like you're pushing an ad out for everyone, not randomly. People get an ad every 3 minutes. You're in for.
Exactly.
Ah,
Exactly.
okay.
Exactly. Yeah. And then there's this thing is called basically. I removed it though. I don't want that shit. Basically, let's say someone raids you. Let's say I raid you, okay, and you have ads going on. Basically, there's this. I forgot what it's called, but basically, um, what used to happen was I would rate someone, and then they would get in like ads instantly as I
Ah,
rated them. So it was very bad for someone to get rated, you know, because all the, the people see is ads.
ah,
So it's,
shit. All right.
at the while they're doing the ads, they're introducing themselves, so people kind of miss out on a lot. You know what I mean?
In fact, someone,
Yeah.
Bino99, asked, how do you schedule the ads? Because it would be pretty shit to run ads whilst you're in the middle of a boss fight, for example. So
Yeah, that sucks, to be honest. I'm still trying to um make a system where it's manual. Basically, I can run the ads when there's nothing to see, like I'm loading into a game, and
okay,
I
okay.
was
And with
just
Tarkov, you
yeah,
have plenty of fucking time.
exactly. I could be in the fucking tutorials and in the inventory and stuff like that. So
Even loading screen
yeah,
alone. Okay,
yeah,
okay. So you can. All right, that's fucking cool. And
you
obviously,
can, but it's very weird the way it works, because then ads can last for a fucking million years, dude. You know what I mean?
yeah, very accurate.
Yeah, dude. It's like there's a way you can actually run 6 to 7 minutes of ads with one button. So it's a bit too much.
Okay, it's
You
not.
know what I mean?
It is too
Mm.
much, but I've had this conversation on other podcasts. Like, I really believe in people supporting the streamer. And again, I'll give a disclaimer. I'm not talking about myself because, like I said, I don't put that kind of time into it. But people like you and fucking Max Spooner, there's tons of them, and Malta who put a lot of time into it. Like, I tell people, like, go and subscribe. Like, if you've watched this person for like quite a lot of days throughout the month, you would pay easily €5 to €10 to see a band play. So why won't you just pay
Yeah,
less
I
than
know what you
€5? You
mean.
know what I mean? So when I see ads on a channel of like a streamer, I don't go fucking ads. Actually, I know
Yeah,
it's
yeah, it's supporting
supporting.
them.
It's an individual. I'm not seeing ads on fucking Rayu, no, I know all that fucking money, and you're like,
I
Jesus
know what you
Christ,
mean. I know
you're
what
gonna
you mean. Yeah, yeah,
shove
yeah.
these ads down my throat. It's not enough, all the
Yeah, yeah,
fucking
yeah.
product placement and series. So
Yeah, I know
it
what you mean.
bothers me, and I love how there were ad blockers. I'd use them, but I wouldn't like get offended and say like fuck this streamer because he's trying to make money at the end of the day.
Yeah,
'Cause,
yeah,
like,
yeah. I know what you mean.
you need some ads, and it's a break also. I guess like it's
It is. It is. It is. For sure.
you can plan at least to fucking go to the kitchen, get a fucking glass of
Exactly. You could go
something,
BRB, do your thing for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and do run ads. So you have to be partnered, or it's a completely
No,
separate
you
entity.
could be an affiliate and you can still run ads. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, still, right.
There's like ads incentives for affiliate. I think it's not as strong as the partners incentive shit, but it's still good because the
Okay.
thing is, let me tell you something. If you don't pick it up, if you don't pick up the incentive, the ads incentive, you're still gonna have ads on your stream regardless.
Okay,
Twitch is still
okay.
gonna put ads on
It's
your
still
stream,
gonna
so
push
you
them,
might as
exactly.
well help yourself
Monetize it,
with
yeah,
it.
exact.
Of course, man. I mean, Twitch is gonna get 100% of it. Might as well get a bit of it. You know what I mean?
Exactly, and
Uh,
again, like I don't understand the whole thing that when any form of artists, I'm not talking about streamers only, try to do something where it's like obvious they're making money out of it. People go, oh, it's to make money, isn't? Yeah, it's the job, As in the end,
it's the job.
you
You gotta
love
pay your
doing
bills
it,
at the end
but
of the day, man. Of
exactly,
course,
you're doing it to
of
make
course, of
fucking
course.
money. You stream a lot, man. Again, like you stream like 6 to 7 hours a day, 5 days a week, even six sometimes. Because sometimes I go on Saturday, I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, he's streaming on Saturday. You do
Yeah, yeah.
often. You do 24 hours sabatons, and those last fucking long also.
They do, man.
So
They do.
it's a tough job, and if anyone is like new to streaming and wants to learn more in streaming, like I'm not like look at Torkie, as in look at his grind, look at the amount of hours he spends, and like honestly, I'm like I know, like I'm not saying it just because you're here. As in honest, I tell tons of people this. If I watch you, as soon as you start streaming or before you end streaming, you fucking keep the same energy.
I
And
try, man.
no, you
I
manage.
try
You
to.
manage. As in, obviously, everyone has days when you're going to be low.
Yeah, yeah.
But you fucking manage, man. You really honestly manage. Even when you say you're sick and that shit, I'll be like, you still keep that energy. So I think this is why I mentioned also before some people don't have the character. I think that's what you have. I think it wasn't. I think it was good timing. I think you had good timing, but I think it was
Yeah.
that you're just entertaining. Like I told you, you were in the background, and I was
Thank
like,
you,
who the
dude.
fuck is this guy? So I think that's what it is you have. Like you're naturally entertaining and good for you because whatever effort you put into it, then it's just going to be like a big bonus to it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, dude. I appreciate
And
that, man.
also, like, I'll compliment your chat because I watch quite a lot of streamers. You have a fucking cool family in chat, man. Like,
We
as in,
do. We definitely do, man. We definitely do.
everyone's really welcome. You ask a question, six people will answer you. People are
Yeah,
constantly
yeah,
following your
sure.
stream, like even your community. Like, and no, but what I'm saying is, the community definitely reflects on your character. You know what I mean? Like there's this
Yeah.
similar thing happening. Like genuinely, I really really enjoy seeing your streams. I understand completely why you get the viewership. Ġifiri. Like I wish obviously you get tons more, like I completely get it, ġifiri, because
Yeah.
character-wise you have a complete package. And another thing I like for younger streamers to like take from this man over here is he's made it work, and he's also told me things on stream. Like, listen, the lights, like, you know, you've asked me for some opinions, and most people are too proud to do so, let alone like
Yeah.
you did it on stream, for example. So, like, staying humble, that's one of the things I'm sure you have.
You gotta stay humble, man, in this world,
That's,
dude. Especially if you're surrounded by a bunch of people, man. You
uh,
know, if you're all you know, if you're doing something more of a solo thing, that's up to you. But if you're around people, you gotta be humble, man, because humbleness is like, how can I? For me, it's just how can I? I don't force it or anything. It just happens, you know. I'm like that in real life, you know. I like to give. If I can make someone stay like, you know, percent 1%, 2% better with my streams. Like I was speaking about this earlier today on stream. If I could do that, like 1%, 2% better, then, dude, by all means, let's do it. You know what I mean?
no, but you put effort.
It keeps me going. You know, it keeps me going for sure.
It's definitely, I think, a big part of your package, like that. And obviously, I'm not saying like it's easy for you because you have a character. Like your character works really well, and then obviously I see the effort you put into the stream, into Tarkov itself. Like,
Give me
you're
1
quite-
minute,
you're
dude.
quite a
Lock it.
guru.
My dog is absolutely.
Don't worry. I understand. So let's speak to chat a bit. So chat, if you have, thank you very much, by the way, Marcos. Thank you very much for the first time
Sorry about
chatters,
that,
and
dude.
no problem, man, no problem. I took the opportunity to thank people who subbed. What was I saying? Yes. So I noticed you put a lot of effort, and you even in Tarkov, you're very helpful. Like most of the time, you helped me a lot in Tarkov. Like I used to come on stream, and I sometimes used to say like I just come on stream and start annoying you, like, cause I'm like, what the fuck do you do here? How do you do this? What the fuck is this gun?
Yeah, dude, it's the best thing ever, though.
But you
When
know the
people ask
game,
me
man.
shit, dude.
I think it helps a lot, with being
I love it, dude.
entertaining. It gives you stuff to do at the same time.
Oh, for sure, dude, for sure.
Most of your chat play Tarkov.
Most of it, yeah. I think most of us, yeah. I think so.
And
Like 95% of them, I think they do play Tarkov or
They
played
do.
or on a break.
they know
There's
the
a lot of
game.
people on a break right now, so.
I had joined the club. I'm on a break. Too. I'm on a break too. I
Dude,
noticed.
I
I
don't blame you.
noticed. Let me ask you a question. I noticed a fucking giant difference, and I noticed some other people mentioned this. The community of Tarkov on in the game and on Twitch. Most other games, people will notice you're a streamer and try come shit on you. Obviously, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking people like me who put TV so people come on our stream. You don't
Yeah.
need that. But for play people like me, and people will come on like fucking from Call of Duty or from Counter Strike or Valorant, and they'll just come shit on you or try stream snipe you.
Toxicity, you're saying.
I noticed I started noticing when I started playing Tarkov, people come in chat. Good shot, man. You just killed me in factory. I'll be like, what the fuck? Like, what? Someone just came here to tell me you killed me.
Dude, you fucked me up, bro. Yeah, I know what you
But
mean.
I
Yeah,
noticed, is it magical that the game somehow attracts nice people, or do you think it's an older community? Because I think it's an older community, and that's why.
It is an older community. It 100% is. But I think like having TV or TTV in your name, it's a double-edged sword, dude. Okay. Now I've met so many great people while having TTV in my name. So many, dude, and they still come around today. Basically, from like 80%, like it was like 80% good, 20% bad. You know what I mean? But by having a TTV, but
Because
basically
of
I removed the
sniping, you mean, though?
because of sniping, dude,
Yeah,
and being
yeah, yeah.
toxicity, and it'd be like they come over, they're like, "You're a piece of shit, you know, you just killed me, bro. What the fuck are you doing?
But
You're hacking."
I've had a lot, like, as in, I've had those people, but
Yeah, you're gonna get 'em, dude.
the majority I noticed were people who either like came and said like good shot, or is some people who's like, I just killed you, is your shit insured?
Yeah. It's because so they can drop it, dude. Yeah.
And they fucking drop it because I really
Yeah,
received them.
yeah.
Like, Jesus fucking Christ, that was like a fucking mutant fully done up, and they drop it, man. And I was like,
And they
oh,
drop it, and then you get it the next day, dude.
they're like actually
Yeah.
genuine nice fucking people. No, that's one
Yes,
of the
for sure.
things. Like, let me start here. Like, I used to say Counter-Strike was the best game, and I haven't played Counter-Strike probably for about 10 years. I still used to say overall it's the best game. Now I think Tarkov is the best game. I think overall, I don't know, man. It's fucking perfect for me. I love survival. I love shooting. They really put a lot of effort into the guns. They put a lot of effort into aim.
Oh yeah, for
Maps
sure.
designed pretty well. Also, I see, at least compared to other games, I see them working a lot on it. Because you see fucking games like fucking Call of Duty, which are a disaster and they're multi-billion, and you compare that to
Multiple
Tarkov.
companies and everything AAA.
Exactly. And when I see
Yeah,
how
yeah.
Tarkov handles shit, I'm like, fuck, they actually do handle things. I think they have their fuck ups. Everyone gives them shit. But
They
overall,
do.
overall, I think they handle shit pretty fucking well. So
For sure. Oh yeah, for sure, man.
that game, man, like did a lot to me. In fact, it was the only game that I was constantly telling people, man, play Tarkov, fucking play
But
Tarkov.
yeah.
I don't know, like
I'm still the same about it, dude. I'm still the same about it, even though in its state right now, it's not the best it's ever been. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, fair enough.
dude, it's a fantastic game, dude. It's a really good game. Like they fucking nailed it. Like there's no other game out there that's gonna nail what Tarkov accomplished. You know what I mean? It's
like-
hard, dude.
No, it's true. So it's like a horror survival game, and
It is.
without
It's just
s-
everything in one, man. It's like all the feelings, all of your feelings in one. There's fear, there's excitement, there's anger, there's fucking just adrenaline, and then there's like the opposite of adrenaline. You could be fucking sleeping sometimes. It's so
Exact.
it gets so quiet, you know.
Everyone,
man, it's-
everyone has a love-hate relationship with
Yeah,
it.
for sure, for sure.
Everyone, because it like can be
Sweet and
really
sour, man. Yeah.
it can be such a bitch to you, but sometimes it's just like all you do all day is think I want to just go fucking play Tarkov because like
Yeah, that's
things
it,
are
dude.
going good, or especially when you're like geared up, good money, so you can fuck around. It's so enjoyable. Ostia.
It's so good. Yeah, for sure.
So I know you play RuneScape also on the side, but
Yeah.
what does Torkie play apart from Tarkov and RuneScape? Do you like have like any other games you play?
No.
Nothing. So that's enough games, obviously. Fucking
Enough,
play
man.
enough.
Like, for me, like playing RuneScape on the side is it's like a relaxing thing. You know what I mean? Like it's so different than Tarkov. You know, like you're just there relaxing, doing your thing. So yeah, that's basically what I play. Off stream, I play RuneScape. While I'm streaming, I play Tarkov and RuneScape. So it's but yeah, that's basically it, dude. I don't play other games, man.
I'm assuming it's time, but do you get the itch? Because I noticed, for example, you played a bit of Overwatch. I think you played
Yeah.
a bit of Modern Warfare, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I didn't play any Modern Warfare,
Not
but I did
Modern
play some
Warfare.
Overwatch. Yeah.
So for example, like, do you wish to keep on playing it, but you say fuck it? Like, I know my chat and my stream is like about Tarkov, so you go to it, or it's just like genuine, you just do it as a break and you want Tarkov.
I do, yeah. Just I don't know, like if I wake up in the morning, let's put it like this: if I wake up in the morning and I don't feel like playing Tarkov, I'm not gonna play it, dude. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
alright.
It's like, yeah, I try it. Like sometimes I wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh, maybe I don't feel like playing Tarkov today, and then I try playing Tarkov and I'm like, dude, it's fucking good today, so let's stick to it, you know.
Okay.
And sometimes you wake up in the morning and you're like, I don't feel like playing Tarkov. You get on Tarkov, Tarkov sucks dick. Like you're getting, head eyes, like hackers. That's when I know, yes, let's change it over. Let's play something else. You know what I mean?
So
I'm not gonna let my sanity,
exactly
take the L. You know what I mean?
No, good fucking choice. So what's the longest you've ever been like playing another game instead of Tarkov? So let's say you picked up Overwatch and you spent a couple of weeks on it, months. Like, what was the
World of
biggest
Warcraft.
gap? So you stopped Tarkov for a while for World of Warcraft?
You mean like a
On
break
stream.
from Tarkov?
No, so for example, since
oh.
you've been streaming, since Tarkov is clearly your main game, what
Yeah.
was the biggest like time in a row where it wasn't Tarkov, where you needed a fucking break
I
and you
think
started
it was like
the
a
game?
week and a half, dude. I think it was like a week and a half.
That's all, just a week and a half.
Yeah, just a week and a half. I think I was playing Stalker or something. I forgot what I was playing.
Only.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Jesus Christ! Alright, so you have a love relationship only with the fucking game. You don't have.
I mean,
A week and
let's
a
say,
half.
yeah, a week and a half.
You don't get the itch to like fuck around with other games.
I do and I don't, man. because like the thing is, let me tell you something. With Tarkov, it gives you a lot of dopamine. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And you go play
Rewards.
other games. You go play other games, and you're like 5 minutes in, and you're like snoozing, man. Like what?
It's a
You know what
waste
I
of
mean?
time. You start feeling like it's a waste of
Yeah,
time.
I got so used to the fucking adrenaline and the rush, and you go play something else. It's just I don't know, like especially if it's a single player game.
I know, man.
Dude, if I'm streaming a single player game, uh, and it's kind of like it's kind of calm, dude. It's not for me, man. I'm gonna be honest with you right now, dude. I'll play that off stream, but I'm not gonna do it on stream because I'll just nap, bro. It's it's not for me. I need the aggression, you know. I need that just go in and get shut up and
Action, is that. No,
adrenaline.
I'm telling you, like sometimes, like I don't know, especially winter, nice rainy day,
Yeah.
and I'll be like, I feel like a one-player game. And to be honest, it would be just the nostalgia that I've been missing. Because the second oh shit! Thank you very much for the subs. guys.
Yeah.
I appreciate a lot. So 1 second, this is gonna ring. Oh, so you can still hear me well. So what was I saying? Wait, lost my train of thought there. So I start playing a single player game and I start getting fucking bored, man. I really
Bored, yeah,
start
yeah.
getting bored, and I end up not
Tarkov does that to you, dude.
and other games. Sorry, sometimes I need a break from Tarkov, and I go play a game which is just fucking mindless, run around killing, like Warzone, for example,
Yeah,
where
yeah,
no
yeah.
fucks given, just like just action, action, action. I enjoy it,
Yeah.
but at the same time, like you can ask, like for example, if Spooner is in chat, he can tell you, like I play Modern Warfare with him because Warzone's coming out, so I said fuck it, I'll buy Modern Warfare, start leveling the guns up.
Yeah.
Fucking hate that game. Oh shit, Torkie, thank you.
You're good, dude.
Cheers,
You're good, man. Of course.
Everyone leveling up. So all I tell him is, but this is fucking mindless. I'm like, what? Like it's just deathmatch running around.
There's no
I
like.
die and come back. I die and come back.
Yeah,
I die
yeah.
and
It's
come
mindless,
back.
dude. It's
So-
mindless, man.
exactly.
It is.
So when I play Overwatch, Counter Strike, or Valorant, at least there is the. In this round, I died, and I just have to watch and hope that they win the round because I get to play next round, and now my economy is fucked. So it gives me a bit of an edge where I continue playing them more. But
Yeah.
certain, I can't. I just can't because of
Yeah,
of
yeah,
Tarkov,
yeah.
man.
It's because of Tarkov, dude. Even like other FPS games, it ruins it.
Yeah, it does.
Like
it does.
it ruins it, man. It's hard to get like it's hard to mimic the gameplay, the gunplay of Tarkov on another game. It's too good.
Possible.
You know what I mean?
Modern Warfare
It's
have
just-
tried like really badly to like do up the guns sort of similarly, but
Yeah,
it's
man. Like it's
nothing.
it's weird, man. Like I saw the gunplay on Modern Warfare. I don't understand it, dude. It's janky. It's just blowing all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
And when you start shooting people, like you could see the rear end of the gun bounce more than the front end of the gun.
It's fucked. The thing is this though, there isn't much recoil. In fact, in those games, if you
Yeah,
point, if you
yeah.
have good attachments and you point and the click, you're going to hit. If you do that in Tarkov, you fucking go to the.
You're gonna fly
ceiling.
over,
The
yeah.
Same thing with CS. So that's why sometimes I say it's like a break of mindless killing. It's difficult. Don't get me wrong, because I see people like
It is, of
fucking
course, of
Joel,
course.
who's a good streamer.
Joel
He's-
is insane, dude.
I
I've seen
love-
him play. Oh my god, dude.
Jesus Christ, I can't keep up like speed wise. Once I was editing something for him, and there was my wife behind me, and she's like, "This isn't fast forward." I told her, "No, this is him fucking playing." He was just fucking sliding,
Dude.
jumping.
Yeah,
She
he's
asked me if
fucking
it's in fast
fast,
forward.
man.
So
He's very fast.
I'm not obviously shitting on those players. Just like me personally, though, like that type of thing that you die getting again in Tarkov, man, you die, you start saying, "Fuck, what did I lose? What didn't I?" Get
Yeah,
back
yeah,
in?"
yeah, exactly, dude.
And when you make it, the feeling of yes, fucking you
the
managed
sense of
to-
relief,
it's
the
super
sense of
dust, yeah.
victory, dude. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
For
it
sure, man.
destroys the chemicals in your head, man. That game, it's too
Dude,
fucking good.
yeah, yeah, for sure,
Love
for
it.
sure.
I can't imagine any other games like right now. Modern Warfare are getting out the DMZ mode, which is basically the mode of Tarkov.
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah, somewhat. I've seen some gameplay of it. Lock, I don't know, man. The AI was just not there, man. They weren't even shooting.
No.
They were, I don't
But
know.
not
it was
only the
weird.
AI, like so many things are in the game that ruin the whole Tarkov did something which is so extreme that it worked so well. So, for example, something that I was fucking laughing my head off, it might have happened by mistake. When they released DMZ, I was seeing some streamers play it, and there was Landmark playing it
Yeah.
with some Call of Duty players. At the point, Landmark told him how do you open the map. Now,
Oh yeah. I think I was there watching that, dude.
now, if you play these games, it's fucking M. But he plays Tarkov, man. There is no fucking
Which
map.
is like-
And I found it really funny when I told him, how do you open the map? Like, map,
Yeah, man.
and you can see the radar, you can see the players. So that alone, fuck it, it changes everything. Changes everything completely.
It does.
So it's like the
100%, dude.
same game mode, but it's already like fucking has nothing to do with that shit. So from Tarkov, I want to go out to the last topic where it comes to streams and local, and then I want to talk about fucking guns and some other shit.
Sure, dude.
So a topic had come up when you had done, I remember, Nona's podcast, and you had mentioned something about like disconnecting yourself from the Maltese community, and like people get very like butthurt and patriotic when they want to. So I understood, I think, what you meant. You meant like you had to start looking for, obviously, the world, not Malta, as
Yeah.
viewership, and in order to do that, you need to distance yourself. What you meant by that is things like, for example, why give a raid to your friend when he's gonna give you the same people back, and you give him the same people when you can, for example, raid a foreigner. This person might enjoy you and next time raid you, and you might gain one or two of his, so you're expanding your audience. Like, what was the...
Not quite. Basically,
Mhm.
it's not just the gaming community though. That the whole thing. It's basically like there's a lot of dog eat dog world here. There's this mentality. There's like not everyone. Don't get me wrong. Wrong. Look, like I know a lot of great Maltese people, dude, that I've helped and they've helped me. Many, dude. But then there are some individuals that kind of. How can I explain it, dude? It's
So
like,
it was like you got personally affected by some individuals, so you had to distance
Yes.
yourself. Okay, it wasn't...
yes.
Okay,
No,
okay.
there you go.
Because
It's-
I had seen so many people comment about it, and I was like, it's being taken so out of context and making a big deal out of it. And
No, it's not like
Alright,
that,
so
dude.
you got personally affected and decided like to distance yourself. Okay.
Exactly.
Alright,
There was.
alright.
I'm not gonna get into the names or everything,
I
but
thought
there
it
were
was
a
some
few individuals.
strategic.
No, it's not. That's not in general.
Sorry.
You know what? No.
All right.
But yeah, people they have to like in the Maltese community, especially gaming, they have to like back each other up. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because I see a lot of trolls going around. You know, like younger generation people. They go around and they shit on someone for streaming. Because they go there, I'm not gonna say bad words, but they start
You
cursing,
can, don't worry. You can swear as much
libak
as
and
you
shit
want.
like that, bahnan, and they just laugh and they get banned. I've seen this on other Maltese streams,
Yeah.
dude. I was just there lurking on a Maltese streamer, and this guy is getting hate from other Maltese individuals, dude. And that when I saw that, I was like, what the fuck is going on
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
man?
It's
You know what I
bitter
mean?
For nothing.
It's not nice, dude. And that's why I said it's like a dog eat dog world, dude. The Maltese community need to like back each other up.
Yep.
If you don't like that individual, because he's doing something that you probably want to do and can't, you shouldn't fucking shit on him.
Exactly.
You know
Alright.
what I mean?
So you had,
And
you
it
had
happened
personal
like, yeah, it was more of a
experience.
personal
No,
thing. You know what I mean?
I 100% agree with you. Like I like people who have watched the other podcasts. I've mentioned this over and over again. I'm like, the competition is the world, not the country. First
Yeah.
of all, because you have to shine. The locals aren't going to get you enough money to go full time, so you need to somehow make it to a foreign audience. That's the first thing. Second of all, if someone from Malta, like you, for example, does well, you're putting Malta on the map. Some people know what
dude.
Malta is because of Torkie. Full stop. Some people know because of Jokers. It's simply
Exactly.
because of you guys, like for example. So the more people get signed, the more people get fucking partnered, the more chance that the next Maltese guy is looked at because you're like another guy from Malta. It's the same thing with players, man.
Like I personally love putting Malta on the map, dude. Because
you do
know
with
what made-
Tarkov, you definitely do.
with Tarkov, dude, like a year ago, this made me really fucking proud, dude. There was a drops event in January. I remember I
I
had COVID.
remember
It
it.
was disgusting, dude. And there was like a bunch of streamers, right, that were gonna have drops on their stream.
I remember the
And right
poster.
next to their yeah, and right next to their name, there was the flag of origin, or where they're based
Exactly.
in. So you get a lot of UK, Germany, there's like Australia, some Asian countries, a lot of stuff like that. And then you just see one fucking
Malta.
Maltese map, one Maltese flag, dude. And you're like, holy fuck, dude! There's like one Maltese flag there. It's fucking cool, dude.
No,
Putting Malta out there, man.
I can tell
It's
you
amazing.
like first-hand experience the amount, and I'm not joking. I'm not saying it because you're here. At least 6 or 7 people have come on my stream because I killed them or they killed me. And when they ask me where you're from and I tell them Malta, they go, "Oh, like Torkie." So some people in stream actually said that to me. They said, "Ah, alright, like Turkey," because they're Tarkov. They follow Tarkov streams. They happen to be on my
Yeah.
stream. When I told them Malta,
Oh
they
fucking A,
told me, "Yeah,
dude.
like Turkey. It's like Turkey." And I said, "Ah, like tipo, I know the guy." And so definitely you put Malta on the map that way. And the more people like you, basically, the more people are gonna know about Malta. So sort of, I got points because I'm from the same country as Turkey. You know what I mean? It works that way.
I see what you
So
mean.
like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't get all the fucking bullshit fighting and like you're saying, just going in chat because you see someone
It's
streaming and talking
infighting.
shit.
Exactly. It's infighting, man. And that's what I really don't like, dude. You know what I mean? It's like we as a Maltese community, man, like we're small.
Yeah,
We're fucking
tiny.
tiny, dude. We don't have time for that shit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
There's not,
100%.
so we gotta like back each other up. Like you gotta be humble, with each other here, especially, because like I said, it's a very small place. And people want to chase down their dreams here too. Sometimes they get shoved down. It's not fun.
Some
It's
people
not fun, dude.
don't follow up on things they like doing because they're shy because of other people's bullshit.
Exactly,
That's hundred
exactly.
percent. It's fucked. Yeah, I understand what you mean. Like in fact, when we were going to start the academy in the beginning, when me and Kevin were speaking, we used to say, like obviously, like we know certain things are going to be big struggles. One of them obviously being explaining to parents that you can use these sports for benefits and for education rather than just their typical what their idea of esports is, which is screaming at Fortnite in front of the TV. And one of the
Yeah.
other big things I had told him, we really need to prepare badly now because if we're doing something educational, we need to treat our chat like it's in a school. So we can't tolerate certain things. And you know how Twitch chat can fucking be, especially in a public
Yes.
tournament. We've spent the first year just
Yes.
banning people, man, giving them a second
Yeah.
chance, third chance. Some people till today banned, some people crying to unban them.
Exactly.
But we had to take
Exactly, dude.
we had to take like quite an extreme like approach to just like saying fuck it, we can't if there is level academy on the screen, we can't let this shit in chat because of sponsors, because of teachers,
Yeah,
because
yeah, of course.
parents. So some parent goes, my son's competing with the level academy thing, for example. They go in and they start seeing all this racist bullshit and swearing. We can't.
Yeah, dude.
So I'm not
No, it ain't
strict on
fun,
my
man.
stream. On my stream, I don't care if people swear. Like I'm not like obviously not excessive, but I don't mind.
Yeah. It's not PG-13. Yeah, I know what you mean.
That. And what was one of the worries? It was one of the hassle because, like you're saying, like it gets quite disgusting, and people
It gets bad,
copying
dude.
copying accounts, doing duplicate accounts, and
Yeah,
acting like other
that's the thing.
streamers.
A guy gets banned. He wants more of it. He wants to make
That
another account.
comes back, or
It just keeps on
copying
going.
or
Yeah.
copying other people's accounts, acting like for
Yeah,
example,
yeah, exactly.
LocksTALK
That's
and
someone else.
talking shit.
Yes, that happened as well, dude. Yes. Yes, man.
So I understand what you mean. All right, if it was personally, you had to distance yourself because
Yeah. That's why I distanced myself, dude. If there was like a miscommunication, maybe I explained it wrongly on his
probably I
stream. I
misunderstood.
apologize,
Sure.
but it's not like that, dude. It's
No,
there were a few individuals that
No, it happened to me. It happened to me. I've quit playing
some weird
certain
shit.
games because of certain players, like because I just
Yeah.
couldn't be in that community because they used to do my head. And no, at first I thought what you said wasn't like it was a person effect, so I like stood away from it. I thought it was something strategic because I'm constantly telling people like I obviously raid friends because like I'm saying I'm not focusing on my channel growing that way. As in, like I said, I'd wanted to, but I don't focus on it that way. But I always say like, go raid a similar streamer to you with your amount of viewers. So maybe if you give, he'll give back. And what, maybe 3 of your guys like the guy, maybe 3 of his like yours, and you're growing slowly. Like
That's
you
it.
use Twitch maybe that way. So at first I thought it was something strategic. I didn't know it's okay. No, I understand you even
No,
more. Like,
it's not really about strategy, dude, but more of a, like a personal thing, more
ah,
of a personal matter thing. Yeah,
there are games we stopped pretty much, or we do like very minimal tournaments of because the certain community is so
community.
toxic
Yes,
that I can't deal with certain young kids, for example, at 3 o'clock in the morning, fucking swearing at me
yelling
because
is
of
yeah,
something
of course, dude.
stupid.
No,
I'm
you
like,
don't
what the
want that,
fuck?
man.
I know
No,
it, it,
dude,
it gets quite crazy, Ostia. No, no,
it
alright.
is. It is.
I completely understand what you mean, man. Alright, the topic I really wanted to talk to you about, man, guns.
Of course,
I know you
guns.
have
Yes,
been into guns, so tell me, what's your affiliation with guns? Let's start from
I
there.
love them, dude.
I joined the
Since I
club.
was a kid, I loved them. Like fucking, since I was like 4 years old, I used to handle guns with my grandpa, with my dad, and everything. I knew back then, how how you shouldn't fuck with them. Basically, I was disciplined at a very young age, because you need discipline with objects like that. You know what I mean? You can't
Right.
treat them like a toy. It's not
Yeah,
like
no.
that at all, dude. And a lot of people have a misinterpretation, like they have a wrong approach with guns. You know,
Yes.
they see as guns as being the bad shit. You know what I mean? But obviously, it can be the bad shit because anything in this world, if you want to do harm, you will do harm, regardless of what object it is. You know what I mean? Even if it's banned
Mm-hmm.
in a country, there's all like drugs are banned in the country. You're still gonna
You're still
find
gonna find
drugs,
exactly.
basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah, people
So
get shot in Malta, and you're not supposed to.
exactly,
No, it just
exactly. People get shot in France, and where France is supposed to be a
exactly.
gun-free zone.
No,
You know what I
I
mean?
I
So
personally
yeah,
agree with, for example, if I was American, I would vote for the rights to carry 100%. I believe that someone should have the right to. I wait. First of all, I wouldn't agree with the way American politics deal with guns. I would vet the fuck out of people. I would make it a process of 4 years to get the right to carry. I need to know that you're a really good shooter. I need to know that you have zero mental instability. I would do all the
yeah,
tests in the world, but I think there is absolutely nothing wrong with having the right to carry a weapon on you like that.
not at
So
all. Yeah.
I love it. So you were born into it though. Like you have like a shop, or was it
My
hunting?
dad, yeah,
What
my
is it
dad
you
owns.
sell?
I never hunted in my life. I'm gonna be honest with you, dude.
Okay, so it was a shop,
Uh,
Jifiri, so gun
yes,
range.
yeah,
No,
I was a
I
guy.
personally wouldn't enjoy hunting either, man. I wouldn't enjoy shooting a bird unless I'm eating it, to be honest. So I'd rather go to a range and shoot
I
either
just shoot
clay
targets.
or
Yeah, yeah,
targets
yeah.
as that. So you were born into it because you have a shop, Jifiri. So what, like,
Basically, the shop came. We opened the shop 2 years ago, so we never had a shop before. You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
oh, yeah,
I saw some
basically,
tweet of yours or on Instagram of you showing, I think, part of the
yeah.
shop.
The shop opened 2 years ago, but we never had a shop before.
Okay.
Basically, it was all family stuff. You know
Ah,
what
you
I mean?
liked
Like,
guns, so you liked
yes,
them.
for sure. Yeah, yeah. A long time ago, when I was 4 years old, I was already. That's how I got into Doom. Because I first I liked guns, and then I saw Doom had guns, so I was like, this is good. Like this
The
is my thing.
opposite. All right.
Yeah, the opposite basically. Yeah,
All right. So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, tell me, first gun you've had and what age was it?
My first gun was a Thompson at 18 years old. That's when I got the license. The moment I got my gun license before I got my car license, dude, way before. So yeah, I got my car license when I was 21. I got my gun license, but yeah, car license 21, gun license 18, and it was a Thompson. And sadly, I don't have it anymore. I sold it, um, because now that we're in the whole gun business, I can get as many Thompsons as I want. So basically, I sold it. I kind of needed the money at that time, and with that money, basically, I pimped out my one of my newer editions, the PP19. Yeah, dude.
That's nice.
Basically, that was the first one, man.
But all right, so because 18 to get your first gun, what was your father's gun that you used to use at a young age?
I never shot a gun that young
Ah,
though.
you didn't
The
shoot
first
guns, so
No,
pre-18.
no. I was always like looking at them, holding them.
Okay, so
Uh,
you knew the
no,
rules, you knew how it worked,
I
but you
knew
weren't
the
allowed
rules,
to.
exactly. I used to
La la, how
operate, not
exciting,
operate
Ostia.
like not for like fill it up or anything with ammo. No, but basically I just like remove mags, remove some bolts and shit like that. Like my dad used to have a Lee Enfield, so I used to like kind of strip it apart sometimes when I was younger. Shit like that, play with them.
I can imagine, man. You're
Yeah, but he was always
waiting.
there. My dad was always there. It was either my dad or my grandpa. I wouldn't be playing with them, on my own or
No,
anything like that. You know what I mean?
from the way you're
It was-
talking about safety,
yeah,
safety,
it wasn't.
I'm sure you were taught right. Like I can
Yeah,
imagine
yeah.
when you were about to be 18, like the excitement of I can go
Dude, it was
fucking gun.
insane. It was insane, man. I'm telling you, it was crazy.
Because I remember the first time I fired a gun, it was fucking crazy. Fell in love with it.
Yeah,
I
it's
can't
amazing.
understand. I promise you, you could get the most extreme left liberal vegan to shoot a gun and they won't
They
be
would
able
love
to.
it, dude.
They'll
Of
fucking
course.
love it, man. They will tell you
Of
I'm
course,
against
man.
it, but that fucking feels good. It feels too good.
yeah, exactly.
And the
dude,
bigger
exactly.
you go, the fucking better it feels. Fuck it, it is
Of course, 100%, dude.
100%.
100%.
Too fun. All right, so you were always into guns. The family were into guns.
Yes.
No, you got your PPX. So like, what's your how I'm into them? As in, I love them. Always wanted one. Applying for a license. Want to buy now and blah blah blah. I've done airsoft. I've done paintball. I've done all kinds of like when you try to shoot something sport.
Yeah.
Now I want to transition onto real guns. So like, what's it like for you? Like, how often do you go to the range? Like, and like, how expensive is it?
It's expensive as much as you want it, to be honest.
No,
Because
I
you
mean
can-
like you when you go like to have
Oh, for
fun.
me,
Uh-huh.
for me, it's not that expensive because, like I said, we own the shop, so supplies are cheaper. You know what I mean? You're not gonna buy
Yes, it's true.
basically it's wholesale. But to a point, like if you're just an average shooter, you have like a handgun and a shotgun, it won't cost you much because basically if you have 9mm and shotgun shells, it's not a whole
expensive.
lot of money. You know what I mean?
So your
but-
PP, for example, what's ammo does it take?
9mm, so it's like a
that's
handgun.
9.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
what's the cost of like from the shop if you had to buy one from a shop? What's the cost of?
A box of 9mm ammo, which is 50 rounds, it goes around from 14 euros to 16 euros in Malta
16 euros max for 50 rounds?
for 50 rounds.
That's
Yeah,
fucking cheaper than paintball. Like
Is it?
relevance? No, as in obviously not that paintballs don't cost
Much,
that
yeah.
much, but at the rate you fire paintballs when you're playing paintball,
it's very fast. Yes, very extremely
you
fast.
spend
Dude.
so much fucking money. I used to spend almost 70 euros in paintballs, man, till I fucking found
Really?
the supplier and started ordering by boxes. It was insane. Okay, all right. So that's a good price for 9mm. So when
For
we go
9mm, yeah.
now, when we start going higher, like 5.56, 7.62s,
5.56
like
is
what are the costs of those types of bullets?
5.56 is probably one of the more expensive round in Malta, to be honest. I forgot the pricing, to be honest, because I haven't fired a 5.56 in a very long time. I used to have an HK 416 and I sold it not like a year ago because that was 5.56, but I wasn't much of a fan of that. I go more for the 7.62 AK kind of caliber, you know what I
love
mean?
AKs, you?
Yeah, I love AKs, dude.
I noticed, I
love them.
noticed,
I'm obsessed. But yeah, I mean it's a little bit more money for sure because the box is 20 rounds and it's gonna cost you like 17 euros or maybe a little less, maybe 10 euros.
For how many rounds?
For 20.
Jesus Christ! So it's 50 cents a bullet.
Almost. Yeah.
Okay, that's expensive. So exactly. So if
It
you,
is,
Jesus
it is.
fucking Christ, that no wonder no one stays shooting auto. Like, Jesus.
Yeah,
that's
for
expensive.
sure, dude, for sure. Maybe it's a little less than that, but I need to check.
But but it's on the expensive side.
It is a more yes, and obviously if you buy the better ammo, like the factory ammo, they're all mostly factory, but like there's like surplus ammo, and then there's like factory ammo, which is more. It's FMJ. It's got a brass. It's nicer. It's a better build round. That's the price I told you about. But then there's surplus. Surplus, you can buy like a box of 500, and it's gonna cost you like 150 euros or 200 euros.
So it's like fucking refill cartridges of printers sort of
It's
thing.
not all. It's like basically it's surplus ammo. Basically, like it's cheaply made ammo. It still is gonna get the job done as good.
Alright,
But what
alright.
it does, basically, it's used with shittier, like messier gunpowder.
So if
So
it
basically,
was-
what happens? Yeah, basically,
Like-
what happens is when you shoot it, and you don't clean it, it's gonna fucking corrode your gun.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. So it's called corrosive ammo. They actually called corrosive ammo because if you
So
don't clean it right after, it's gonna corrode your gun.
so
It's
it's
gonna
like
damage it.
it's like buying some knockoff China shit compared to the original. You're using it's the same thing. They look identical, but it's cheaper components. But in your
Mm,
case, it damages the gun. That's the fucking difference.
it's basically cheaper components.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
basically cheaper components, like more when wars are fought, like the Russia and Ukraine war that's been going on. It's mostly surplus ammo.
That's
You know what I
absolutely.
mean? Yeah, it's like it's that kind of ammo that it's used. You know,
So it's damaging basically the
the
weapons.
firearm. You have to maintain
Us,
it.
yeah.
You know, we have to maintain it a bit more.
So what
It's
like
not
if
like you're gonna shoot like a 500 round box and it's gonna fuck it up. You know what I mean? If you
exactly.
leave it, if you don't clean it for like a whole week or more, then it's gonna cause some rust, some corrosion in
So
the
you
barrel and
need
stuff.
a lot more maintenance on it to
Yes, for sure. You have to clean it
maintain
right
the gun.
after the session,
Us, yeah.
basically.
And
The
like
best
if
way, yeah.
let's say 9 millimeter, so you're saying like up to 16 euros for 50. If you have a 9 millimeter pistol and you go to the range and you spend I don't know like 3 hours shooting, how many bullets do you normally shoot in those 3 hours?
Dude, it
Is there an
depends.
estimate, or I'm asking a question which is like everyone has a different.
But it's everyone has a different
Someone's trigger
approach,
happy
man.
and someone's
Yeah,
very.
exactly. Sometimes you get a guy that has a 12 round magazine and it takes him fucking 12 minutes to shoot, and sometimes you get a guy that has a 20 round magazine and it takes him 2 minutes to shoot it, dude.
I'm trying to calculate my expenses, Tyler, 'cause I
No,
fucking
it
big time.
depends. It depends on yourself, dude. Like, if you want to learn, if you want to learn how to use your firearm, you shouldn't be go boom, 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 like
No,
that.
no, obviously.
You focus. You start. You know, getting the feel of it. The pull. You know, the grab of the firearm. Your posture, your sight, everything. Everything starts to collect itself. You know what I mean?
So,
Yeah.
opinion: should I go for a CZ or a Glock 19?
Oh
I know, I know
man.
it's a painful
Oh
question, but I have to ask you
fuck.
because you're a fucking gun
Oh
guy.
man.
All right,
Fucking hell,
let me tell you
dude.
the opinions I heard, and maybe add to them or tell me.
Okay.
I heard CZ will actually give me less problems. Glock is
Uh-huh.
more fun to use. CZ is way more fun and cheap to upgrade. Glock is not that fun or cheap or has a lot of points of upgrade. So people tell me go for the CZ because you're gonna enjoy it more being someone who likes guns and would buy a red dot on it and all that shit. So what's your opinion?
Man. That's like the craziest shit you could ask. Basically, I'm gonna tell you one thing. There's more aftermarket for Glock. So whoever told you the Glock is not as modular is lying.
Wait, so
Okay.
there's more aftermarket, there's more
Yeah,
doing up
dude.
your Glock?
Glock is the AR of handguns, basically.
Oh.
It's like one of the most common handguns in the world. So there's a lot of aftermarket. You can change literally every single part on the gun,
Could
million
be
times over
could
with
it
different
be
parts.
the CZ's much cheaper? That's why they told me that.
CZ, it's more expensive, I believe, than Glock.
Oh.
Yes, CZ is more. But what I like about CZ, they're sturdier. You know what I
S-
mean? They're a lot sturdier. They will last you more, in my opinion.
So CZ, man, that should be an easy choice.
CZ. If I shot a CZ and a Glock last time. I was at the range, and Glocks are nice. Don't get me wrong, Glocks are nice, but I just don't like the squarish look of it, dude.
I
I'm not a
like
fan
it.
of that,
I
man.
like it, but the CZ then looks nice and
CZ, my dad has a CZ 75, which is like an older version of the CZ, which is like a police force. Like back then, that's what they used to use. But the thing of what I don't like then about the CZ is the slide is a bit. It's not as long. How can I explain? It's like not as long as the Glock, so there's less grip. You know what I mean?
but there's less slide, you mean, or there's less
It's
on to
like
pull onto it, you mean?
less material to pull onto it,
Ah, okay.
basically.
Aren't there like a small attachment to make that easier though for the CZ, if I'm not mistaken? I think I saw.
I'm not sure.
All right, I know
I'm
what you
gonna be
mean.
honest.
Overall, I think so. The CZ I'll go for, to be honest.
CZ, but there's many models. You know,
No, obviously, fucking so
for
beautiful
sure.
ones, but
Like
they get quite expensive.
the
No,
shadows are beautiful, for
exactly
example.
those. But they're
Yeah. So
expensive.
sick.
But
Yes.
nice, Hostia, and even the colors on them, they're so fucking
Yeah,
nice.
man. But if you want to get something good from Glock.
What
I was actually
are
gonna
you
get a
doing
Glock not
in
too
my
long ago. I was gonna
swamp?
get a Glock 45. Basically, a Glock 45. It's not a 45 ACP. It's a 9 mil, but has the best of both worlds. It has the grip of a Glock 17 and the barrel of a Glock 19.
Oh, okay. All right.
So yeah, the it's like it's got a bigger grip and the same length as a
Ah,
Glock
okay. It
19.
looks like it's
Yeah,
a bit squished, eh?
it's
Because of the
somewhat,
grip.
but it's not a compact.
No, no, no,
It's
because of the
it's
grip.
amazing though.
Ah, okay, all
Yeah,
right. All right. And what's the price range or something like that?
it's like 800 or less. No, it's like 700,
Okay.
800. Yeah.
So similar to most of the decent handguns, if you
Yeah, yeah, and it's fantastic, dude. It's like one of the best rated Glocks out there right now. So
And you guys own a range also? No,
no.
You
There's
shop.
only one guy that owns one range here. So
And it is the best range, the one in Gozo, compared to all the ones in Malta.
apparently, I've never been to a range in Malta, but apparently that's what they say. It's basically like you can shoot basically anything you want
Uh-huh.
in Gozo, but
And
it's run
it's-
down right now. It's a bit run down, so they need to maintain it a bit more.
Even the ones in Malta, I've been to quite a few ranges. They're
I see.
all run down, man. They're all like fucking. A
Yeah.
lot of them are shitty fields. Like there's some weird ones with the bar. I don't know, man. It's some of them are dodgy. Some of them look too handmade. Whenever I saw the photos of the Gozo ones, Ostia, it looks like a good day out at the range.
It is, dude. It is, man. They said they're gonna be fixing it up this winter, so I'm pretty excited for it.
Ostia, and you can.
Yeah.
Can I go there and rent pistols from there and shoot pistols over there? Not have to have my own stuff.
You can, you can, but normally, let's say if normally it's me and my friend and my dad that organize the shooting range event. You know, basically, if you come over and you have no firearms, you can use ours. You know, but we're not gonna charge you for using our handguns. Basically,
Alright.
you're charged the fee of 15 euros entrance because you don't have the license. 10 euros if you have the license, but then you have to buy the ammo if you don't have it. You know what I mean?
All right. No, I always
how
went
it
with friends who
kind of
own
is.
guns, so I always use
Yeah.
theirs.
So you use theirs exactly.
Exactly,
Dude.
so-
Obviously, if I see you there, you're gonna use my stuff. You can use all my stuff. I don't
so
mind.
I
You know?
could book really like a fucking
Yeah,
day
yeah.
out with the fucking people at the
Yeah, for sure.
academy who
Like, yeah, you
work and
can,
will
dude.
come have a day out over there. That's fucking
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, for sure, dude. Yeah, you can.
I definitely.
If you're ever wanting, to do like an event, let us know, dude.
No,
Let us know.
100%.
For sure, man.
One, I would love to just come up there and shoot with some friends, because like I'm saying. I
Yeah,
love
for
it.
sure, man.
Two, though, I want to, and I've been like thinking about this. I don't know why I haven't done it. I want to get a couple of streamers together and do some challenges. Like like there's football game, we'll do some football challenges. There's boxing
Okay.
game, we'll do the boxing machine. Gun
Yeah.
game, we'll do some shooting, archery, do some archery. Get this shit filmed for fun, like doing some shit in real life.
Yeah, I know. What
And
you
I
mean.
was wondering what I could do, because I always went to shooting ranges with friends. I was wondering, apart from shotguns, I know you can just go and rent. But apart from that, I
Yeah.
was wondering if like you could actually rent like that. So I will definitely talk to you about it. 100%.
Yeah, sure, dude. For sure, man.
Definitely.
Always open for that, dude.
Leonidas said, "Tekken, we do martial arts." No, in fact, for martial arts, we could just go to a boxing machine and just play for the score.
That's it, dude.
Nice and easy instead of
That's
sparring.
it, dude.
Malele, like, so definitely we'll talk to you for two different types of events. 100%. So, apart from guns and gym, what like you have any other? Because I know you don't have time. Any other hobbies? Any other interests? What does Torkie do that people don't know about?
I don't do much other than
Guilty
that, dude.
pleasures.
Guilty eating and cooking, man.
Yeah.
That's
What's your favorite dish to cook?
Oh man, all of it, dude.
Like,
Everything.
you just love eating. Oh, okay.
I just love eating.
Mala,
dude.
you're
I
in
love eating.
shape, man. You don't fucking. I need to lose fucking weight, man.
I don't know,
5'8"
dude.
and I'm like 80.
It's
kilos
it's
now.
everything. But for me, I'm a pasta guy, you know.
Okay,
For sure.
All right.
Hi, Hashim, as well.
No, it's this. I love Italian foods. I try to stay away more from pizzas, pastas, and bread because I just fucking.
Yeah,
bloat
yeah, I know
up.
what you mean.
Probably
Yeah,
have
same.
Some gluten shit. I don't want to.
Same, dude. But I exactly
care.
don't want to know. Same here.
Carbonara in a day, even if they tell me it fucking kills me, I'll eat it. It's so fucking good, man.
Exactly,
much.
dude. Yeah.
So I assumed you don't have any other hobbies because like Jesus fucking Christ, I don't know how you manage to keep up with going to the gym
But
in the morning, walking your dog, fucking streaming for 7 hours a day, creating content after that and editing, spending time obviously with your partner. You live
yeah,
alone or you live with family still?
I still live with family, but right now
That makes it easier.
we're in the process of building a place. It's still being built and stuff. You know how it goes
You're
here
not
in Malta.
you're
It
not
takes its
married,
time.
Emma.
No, next year,
Oh,
April
you're
29th.
engaged. Still
Yeah, I'm
all
engaged.
right.
Yeah.
When you move out alone, don't get me wrong, amazing. You never want to go back, obviously. But
For sure. Yeah.
time, man, time.
Time.
You start
Yeah.
appreciating who cleans and cooks. A lot.
For sure. For
And
sure. For
light
sure. I
bills
can
and all
imagine,
that
man.
shit. A lot of takeouts
Yeah.
start to happen without wanting to.
Oh, for sure,
Yeah,
dude.
man,
Oh yeah, we
you'd
do
be
that right now
busy
at
and
this
you don't
moment.
keep up. So, no, yalla, you fucking manage to keep up that pace, man, because it's very yeah, impressive, very impressive. I'm noticing
Thank you.
quite a few people in chat. So, another reminder, guys, Torkie streams almost every fucking day, so if you just go follow him, please. You have all his socials under his name. He's doing a charity right now for SPCA in Gozo. If I'm saying anything wrong, tell me. So please go donate money. Tomorrow I want to donate money and even maybe something from
Thank
behalf
you.
of Level Academy also. So,
We would appreciate that, dude.
sorry, I'm like,
I'm actually surprised today. We actually got
I
500
noticed.
donated in one day, and the charity is 30 days, so it's pretty
So
crazy.
in one day you got 500 and you have 30 days of all the
Yeah.
donations.
Yes.
All right, so you heard that, guys. Don't only go donate tomorrow. You have 30
Yeah.
days. What's the day today?
Pretty
that.
insane.
So at the end of the month, when you get your fucking paychecks, make sure you go and you donate again. Anything will
There you
count.
go.
No, it's true. Listen,
It's for the floofs, man. It's for the floofs.
I like I said, like we work with animals a lot. My wife's father also and his wife work a lot with cat sanctuaries. I understand the fuck ups they go through. I understand they don't have the money to
Yeah.
hire people. Everyone you see working there normally is a volunteer. There are a
Yeah.
lot of fucking poor dogs who need just
100%,
basic
dude.
shit that they don't
Basic
get.
shit,
Every
yeah.
time there is a storm and shit gets broken, no one fucking helps these people. So like, it's if you want to donate and really make a fucking difference, donate to especially like causes for animals. So perfect timing. Please go donate to Torkie.
Thank you for the shout out on that one, man. Thank you. They definitely appreciate it, dude. I've been wanting to do the Gozo SPCA charity for a very long time, dude. And this year, after what happened to my dog Philly, I was like, yeah, it's definitely time to do it, dude. And I decided to make it a whole month from November 5th, which is today, till December 5th. So it's a whole month, and I'm just gonna dedicate all the donations that we get through the stream are going to Gozo SPCA, like all of it, dude.
And one day is 500 already.
And day one, we're at 500 euros, dude. It's fucking insane. I
Perfect.
couldn't believe it, dude.
No, perfect. I'm
The
really
goal
happy.
is 2,000. I set up the goal to be 2,000 for the whole month duration. But fuck
Hopefully
me,
you
man.
get 6, man. Hopefully you get fucking 6 because it's true. I really like see the fucking struggle. Like my wife is also a qualified groomer and she's also done free work for them. So she's when we have
I
time
see.
now have a kid. Like, but she used to book, for example, I'll come and groom all day like for free because I'm sick and the dogs need it. So they really
sure.
don't have help. They don't get support. And some animals suffer. So. No, perfect.
That's it.
Anything we ever do charity-wise, I always say I want to give it to some animal charity because
That's it, dude.
it's what's close to me. Like what you're saying. Like I know your dog passed away, Asra. So it's the same thing with everything. Like people who go through cancer, they want to donate something because it's what wakes you up.
It was
you know?
eggs. That's 100%, dude. 100%.
So it's nice. It's nice. I love animal charities. Like I'm very happy. Like I'll
And the
give
people
more.
that work there are very, very kind people. So when I met them 2 weeks ago, I went there to talk to them and stuff to see who they are as well, you know. And they're very wonderful people, dude. They knew why I was there in the first place, but like when I started explaining everything, they were very open to it. They never heard of me any before. Like they didn't even know about streaming, some of them, and I was like, dude, these guys are fucking down to earth. So I definitely want to help these guys and help the animals that go through them as well. You know, sure.
In fact,
Dogs and cats.
you mentioned they didn't know who you are. I wanted to ask you actually. I asked this to Max last time. Do you get recognized when you go out?
Sometimes.
So in
Sometimes I hear someone saying Torkie. I'm like, the fuck, and I look around. There's no one looking. I'm like, the fuck is going on,
so
dude?
you do even in
Creeps
Go.
me
So
out. Yeah.
actually, ifimni, you I don't know if you know, but like you make quite a big impact. You're mentioned a lot amongst the community. Like whenever there's a talk about streaming, like your name always gets brought up. So I would assume you would get recognized quite a lot. I'm assuming in Malta more than Gozo, eh?
Maybe I don't know. I don't go to Malta that often. Like maybe once a month, but or once every 2 months. It depends. Sometimes I go fucking 3 months, 3 times a month. But whatever. But in Gozo, like it's more of the people that I've known before streaming. You know what I mean? But there was
Alright,
a
alright.
there was a weird instance once, dude. I was out with my boys. We went to a bar, and it was my turn to buy the round, and I went to the bar and everything. And the guy looked at me. He's like, "Are you Torkie?" I'm like, and I don't know this guy. I've never seen this guy in my life. He's like, I told him, "Yeah, I am." I told him, "Do I know you?" He's like, "Yeah, I used to be a viewer. I'm from Scotland and everything. He works here."
Holy
And
shit.
he was in Scotland. He used to watch me from Scotland when he used to live there. And then he came over here, dude, from the whole fucking world. He didn't even know I was Maltese, bro.
Okay, so he didn't even know
He
you were from here. He
yeah,
just happened to
he
meet you.
just he just happened to be the bartender at the bar we were in, dude. And I was like, "What the fuck? That's crazy." And he's like, "Dude, can you take a picture? Can I take a picture with you?" I was like, "Dude, of course." It was like such a weird feeling though, because I'm not
Still,
expect I don't expect that stuff at all, dude.
a small world, still.
It is a small world, man.
No, even it feels good. Like it happens with the band. Sometimes people recognize, it's a fun feeling. Like okay, some things I do,
Yeah,
like go appreciated at
yeah,
least. Like,
yeah. Of course, you know the feeling for sure, dude.
because
Yeah.
I can imagine like you said something before. I don't know what you were referring to, but you said something like explaining like when people ask you what do you do as a job in Gozo
Oh
especially.
my
What?
god.
How does that convert?
Oh,
What?
dude.
How do you explain to them? I know, like, obviously, have to put it in certain. And what do they like? What's their reaction? Like, how do people take it? Like, what?
I just tell them when I just don't feel like explaining shit. I just tell them I work on the computer, and that's it. And they're like, "Oh, wait, you are right. مش حزين كيف so what I I'm like, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so you don't explain it, Jiffy. Like,
It depends. It depends. If I feel like they want to know more about it, I'll tell them. But if I want to keep it simple, what am I gonna tell them? I'm a papeg on Tarkov, and it's weird, dude. It's very weird. And even when I went to like sign up my full-time job with the labor office and everything, I told them I'm a content creator. They don't know what the fuck a content creator is. And I told
even
them,
content
yeah,
creator.
at
Oh
the
my
labor
god.
office. And I told them. Then eventually I kind of gave up. And I told them I basically work with computers. And they're like, "So you sell computers?" I'm like, "No, I don't sell computers. I work on my computer for a company that I stream on." And they're like, "Just crickets, man." And they fucked up my they fucked up something. Basically, they put me in the VAT system, the VAT system, where I shouldn't be in because I don't sell or buy stuff. You know what I mean? So they kind of messed it up, and I had to stay with it for another year. So I have to like pay an extra like fine for no reason, dude. And I tried to fix it, and they just don't want to fix it, dude. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's how it goes. Yeah, it's
So,
just
so
mad.
obviously there are no laws or regulations on
I
like
should have,
having.
yeah. What Leonidas is saying, I should have told him I work on OnlyFans. It would have been easy, dude.
I'm pretty sure they still be confused on how it works, though.
True.
Like
True.
most older people, if you tell them like, how there is free porn, but instead you can pay to get really limited
Yeah.
videos.
What the hell? They're like, what the fuck? Yeah, dude.
It's a different thing. Like the older generation's mentality and the younger ones. The younger ones apparently girl next door type of stuff is what does it. So OnlyFans is perfect for them. They get to speak to
Yeah,
them
I
on
know what you
stream
mean.
and then like. So I even that's fucking weird. Isma, that's like a big part of my job. That working. I'm trying to explain to parents and schools and
Fuck,
sponsors like. You tell them
What do you tell them though? Like, what do you tell them? Like, how do you explain a content creator to them? For example, like, they don't know if they don't know much about it.
you have to really make comparisons and show them shit. So, for example,
Oh, wow, okay.
when we speak about like esports, it's normally like I start going like so like football. And they go, yes. And like the players, they don't just play in the football ground all day like you did at school. Like they train, they have drills, and then the best get chosen to represent a team. Uh-huh. And you know why they get a lot of money? Because there's a big viewership. And for example, I show them ESL after a movie of Cologne, for example, and I go, these guys are looking at a video game. And then they go, what the fuck? Like, why are people looking at video games? And again, you tell them, you know how you see people on TV because you never do the shit they're doing and you like the game, but you never do that shit, so you just get impressed as superheroes doing fucking football, basically. I'm like,
Yeah,
these are the
yeah.
superheroes of the video game that you like playing, so you're like, holy shit, how good they are.
I
And
see. I see.
and then I explain content creators as in, when you see like the late night show, now everyone has a late night show.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you have a cool character and people like to listen to you, people like your guests, people like the game you're playing, they'll tune in to see that. The only difference is I can see your VODs and they start understanding the concept of
The
it.
concept of it. Yeah, dude. That's very good. I
And
like that,
then
man.
you explain that like
Yeah.
Dota had a 44 million prize pool, and they go, "What the fuck?" and you,
Yeah, exactly.
and you tell
yeah.
them, "Yeah, there are ways that these games generate that much fucking money. So this is a multi-billion-dollar industry." And then you start explaining when you see a football ground. You have a commentator, you have the guy who cuts the grass, you have the guy who's filming, you have the guy who's editing, who's doing the live producer, you have the referee. So I said them like all these jobs are also in esports, and you say so, and this is the future, so these are going to be jobs of the future, and they start understanding, holy shit, if these things are that big, yes, it's generating all these jobs.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So you
Exactly.
show
Yeah.
them that, and then obviously then the tough ones are education, trying to explain to parents who just see their kids scream and break TVs on Fortnite that this can be beneficial.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see what you mean.
So we explain that,
I see what you mean. Yeah.
you explain like that there's a difference in practicing and in playing. Like we show them how pros practice. We show them the benefits of like when you practice, how you keep records of what you're doing. You basically can mark it down, see how you're going to do better, give a bit of a plan, and then I'll say, okay, so let's apply that to school. You hate reading? Let's read 1 page a day. Let's try and make this
Yeah,
little
yeah,
progress.
yeah.
So we try to apply ethics and like life skills through like games,
Mhm.
telling them that the communication skills, the bullying online, the being careful on how to give your identity and when to not give your identity, like safety online for the really
Safe.
younger
Yeah,
ones.
yeah, yeah.
And that's pretty much like trying to explain these things. And then obviously the usual questions are like education, and they tell you, but this is very addictive.
Uh-huh.
First thing
Yeah, I
they
know what you
say.
mean.
And as in what I like telling them is like alcohol.
Exactly.
90% of people in the weekend or after dinner have an alcohol drink. But you have some
Exactly.
people who have become alcoholics and some who are alcoholics who fuck their life up.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
a lot of people, Monday morning, they're back to work, raise your kids, normal life.
That's
I
it.
tell
Do,
them,
do the thing.
exactly. I tell them, so if you're born into a life where no one tells you anything about alcohol and you drink, you're going to go, holy shit, and you probably become an alcoholic. But if you're raised knowing people ruin their life, so you have to moderate. I tell them, so at a very, very young age, isn't it better that your kid who, without
To
wanting
understand
to,
it more. Yeah, yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
they're born into it, you can't remove their phone from them. Or so maybe show them how to use TikTok better than just sing the stupid fucking dances. At least see the game you like, or at least see something a bit educational. Same thing with YouTube. Instead of just always seeing mindless shit, you can see fun stuff. And then also another thing that brings their attention is like, what would you rather? Your kid is playing a game online where you're learning, there's mechanic skills, there's hand-eye coordination, there's muscle memory,
Mhm.
there's communication, there's a game going, even though he's not running, or watching reality TV for 3 hours or TikTok. I'd fucking much rather
Exactly.
a game. So you start pointing out that it's not about like, Isma, we're gonna push them to play and become pro. It's more about like teaching them the dangers of it, the good of it, how to benefit from the good of
That's
it,
it.
and the whole industry, man. There are so
Man,
many
that's very
fucking
good, dude.
jobs.
You open up, you open up people's eyes basically.
Like I go on TV to do it, so it's quite a, a repetitive. Obviously, like I have to, because there are so many parents. But we're seeing a lot of progress. We're seeing a lot of parents understanding. There are careers that are like coming up very soon, and some are already here. There are people who work full time in esports already. It's not just about games and betting, like, so it's tough, man. It's a fucking hassle, and it can
It
get
is. It is
very
for
like
sure. Man.
like most of the time they get it. Most of the time, a lot of them start going, holy shit. And another thing I like doing is attacking them, like telling them, We were raised on TV. Don't tell me if your mom didn't tell you, fuck off, you're not seeing TV, you wouldn't have been stuck to that thing all day, because you're lying, Like,
Yeah, for sure. Exactly. Yeah.
so most of the time it was your parents telling you, no, you can't, as in see these two shows
That's
and
it.
go fucking do your homework, and
Disciplina.
that's it.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Dude.
So, like, you can't blame the technology. Like, I blame the parents most of the time, because
I agree, man.
we had TV, and we would have stayed all day. Man, I spent. You remember when there used to be reruns of Beavis and Butthead? I don't know if you were a
Oh,
fuck.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, for sure, dude.
Like,
I used to remember a bit of it. Yeah, Beavis and Butthead was good, dude.
as
Creepy
that.
as fuck, though. Huh?
But and Ren and Stimpy, this is just hours on end of that shit. So
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
if when they let me, I used to do it. So we can't act like the kids are demonic nowadays because of TikTok.
Exactly.
As in,
Exactly.
there's a lot of bad influence. And man, YouTube is good. You can learn. You can learn a whole fucking career.
So
all
much.
kinds
You
of
can learn
skills,
so
man.
much off YouTube, dude. It's insane.
Exactly.
There's literally everything on it. Dude.
Everything.
Everything.
Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
people in chat. You need school, you need to study, but on YouTube you can learn everything you can learn in school, just more
Exactly.
updated, because
Exactly,
it's
yeah.
accurate. If you like, for example, wait, I have to fix my cam. Give me a sec. So, for
Okay.
example, there's this artist in Soma. There's this guy called Graham Hancock. Don't know if you've heard of him.
No.
He's basically one of the people who discovered that the Sphinx wasn't the age it was, the pyramids weren't that way, and he started challenging a bunch of scholars from Egypt, who obviously
I
had
see.
very bad hassles because these guys spend their whole life doing PhDs on this shit, and this guy comes along and tells them you're wrong. Now, this
I
was
see.
about maybe a decade ago. Finally, man, he got a show on Netflix this month.
No way, dude.
So like I remember about 10 years ago telling people, but the pyramids aren't really like that, and they start rolling their eyes like the aliens, and they start thinking you're conspiracy theories. But it's like, no, this is like updated to the day shit that's happening right now. Discoveries, you're not gonna find it in your syllabus. These things take ages to change.
Ages, yeah, for sure, yeah.
And finally, he's on Netflix, and it's funny because some friends of mine were like, "What the fuck, man? Like this shit is true," and I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
This isn't a psycho. This is someone who did his whole life studying this shit, and he's like a real archaeologist, a real discoverer fucking type of guy, Like
He's not just a random guy,
No,
just
as
making up
in-
shit. Yeah.
He's been on Rogan again now, As
You know,
in,
Rogan, okay.
As in, he's not a fucking conspiracy theorist. He's not Alex Jones or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's
yeah, I know what you mean.
very
Yeah,
legit.
yeah.
And he mentions Malta a lot, constantly mentions
Really?
Malta. And apparently, in one of the episodes, it's about Malta, and because we have a lot of cool shit happening here when it
We
comes.
do. There's some crazy stuff here, man, for sure.
This guy had discovered some underwater temples, which were obviously man-made. They were like upside down, but the corners were too straight, and they were like backdated to something like 32,000 years.
Okay.
Now we're told first civilization was 6,000 years. So obviously this
Yeah.
contradicts it. Then they found like temples in Turkey, same thing, backdated to like 30 or more. So basically, they started finding a lot of this, and they started saying, okay, something's wrong with the way we thought history was. He believes that there were humans, they were intelligent, there were floods, there were disasters, they died, some survived, start from cavemen again, built up to today. So he says there were different generations of humans. It's like these weren't aliens and shit like most people think. It's like they were humans. It's like, and the
Yeah.
disasters
Of course,
did happen.
yeah.
Like we know. So basically, like people used to think he's a conspiracy theorist, and now he's on fucking Netflix. The
Netflix, dude, there you go.
So the shit will be in books. So on YouTube you can learn like updated shit. His name is Graham Hancock. He's all
think I heard
over
the
the
guy's
place
name.
right now. He's fucking brilliant guy. He's done really good discoveries. And well, that's what I mean. So you can learn up to date shit. Like I did IT at school. When I got out
Okay.
of fucking school and started working, the operating system was completely different. Like Google was my friend, I remember in the beginning. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like things remain the same, alright. But when you have new operating systems, like 3 down the line, because you're studying things so old. So, there's so much to fucking learn, Yasra, and all they see is stupid shit.
I've seen this guy somewhere. I'm
You've
pretty
seen
sure
him?
his face. Yeah, his face is not new, dude.
No, if you see him on Rogan, he has fucking brilliant, because Rogan just lets the guy talk and express himself.
Oh, yeah,
you
that's
know?
it.
But it's fucking amazing, because now finally it's something that's out in the open. It's like, this is not conspiracy theory. Like, it's actually a real, like,
Real
good
thing.
explanation I have of what's happening. So, yeah, we try to influence that sort of shit, using YouTube Hasra for some skills instead of just, as in, don't get me wrong, I see comedy podcasts all day, all the time. I love them. But I do learn a lot from it. And most of the kids, unfortunately, they just want 10-second swipe, fast, entertaining, or sexy thing, and just go down. Yep, yep, yep. And that's the
Yeah.
attention span. So
Yeah.
it's quite damaging. Yeah. So
Demoralizing almost.
uh
Yeah.
but I do know, for example, I'll see my brother's kids. Man, my brother's kids isn't obviously all kids have their flaws, like, but they're really good, man. They're not like stuck on their phone. We go
On
to
their
dinner,
phone,
they're
yeah.
talking to you, they're integrating with you. They do sports. One of them likes
That's-
video games. So they're raised well. That's
They're
what
not
I
really.
mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know
So
what
there
you
are
mean.
ways, like just because the phones and the TVs and the computers and consoles are everywhere, there still are ways of fucking raising a kid who's not
Kid, for sure.
constantly.
On it.
Ma, it's a problem in Malta, and not in Malta. It's a problem, and I don't.
Everywhere, yeah.
It's not like it's all the parents are shit. I'm not saying that. Like at the
I
end
know,
of
I
the
know what
day,
you mean. I know what you mean. I
technology
know
went too
exactly what
fast.
you mean, dude.
Uh-huh.
Too exactly, and too hard, man. It's like, dude, these kids can log on and they can find some crazy shit, dude, without any,
Yes.
without
Man,
any security.
Porn, man.
Yeah,
When I
yeah.
was young, like finding porn online was one thing. Nowadays, it's fucking scary knowing that a 13-year-old can
yeah,
just
can just access it
boom,
like,
go and
with
access,
ease, man.
and access fucking, shit that 13-year-olds are not supposed to be fucking watching.
No,
It's
no,
too
exactly.
easy. But you can raise them that way. It's not because they're everywhere, it's impossible.
It
Like,
means, yeah, you know what you mean. Yeah,
if you do it right.
it's
if
a bit
you-
hard there. You know, you gotta raise them right.
But the technology went too fast for parents to understand. So, for example,
Yeah.
most people my age, unless they're still into gaming, like they're not into this world. They're not getting what's really going on. So even to them, they're like, they don't understand how to deal with their kids who have these issues. So hopefully, with fucking more pushing and more trying and getting into more schools, we'll manage to get more people to think this way, like to handle it rather than get
Hopefully,
scared
dude.
of it. Like, and then you see
Yeah.
the contradiction, of like before COVID, World Health Organization getting out giant stupid statements like fucking gaming is a mental illness. COVID hits, save the world gaming. WHO, who come out again saying esports, the benefits of it and all this shit. People fuck off. As in people just riding a wave.
Whatever they
like,
feel like.
know.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
That it's annoying, but hopefully in a few years, like it will be a norm and people will get like a it's good to educate kids, like to handle this shit. And so on.
Of course, dude. 100%, dude.
So that's like in a nutshell, like what we do. Apart from a bunch of fucking tournaments, then. But tournaments you don't have to explain to parents. Those Malo, they know. What
Yeah.
they're gonna go.
They know. Yeah, exactly.
That's
Like, don't you get maybe that Karen once in a while or something, dude?
yes.
Like a
of course.
Karen. Yeah, right, dude. Oh shit.
Yes,
man.
no, like lately I was speaking to someone. I won't mention names.
Yeah, of
but
course.
high up in a school, and it wasn't a meeting about this. But since we were there, I just threw it out. I said, like, since you have different extracurricular activities, like, have you ever considered esports? So she says yes. I show her what we do, and her response was like, "That's the last thing we need in the school," sort of thing. Like, because obviously she thinks it's this mindless fucking screaming at the game.
I
So,
see.
so that's their approach. So I'm saying it was a meeting. I couldn't explain things to the
Yeah,
person, but,
yeah.
but that's a lot of people's approach is that it's negative. It's why would you want to do that? It's like telling them you want drugs in your school, dude. Like some of them give you the
Oh,
look like
wow,
what the fuck?
yeah,
like why would
dude.
you do that? But when
Yeah,
they give you the
it's-
time of the day, a lot of them start to say, "Oh shit, wait! Like it makes sense. That it's
Yeah,
better
yeah.
to teach them because it's here to stay," sort of thing. The technology. So
Exactly. It's better for them to know about it than
as that,
than just have like this weird feeling about it,
it's tough.
being all
man.
negative and stuff.
It's tough. So I understand you trying to explain what do you do, and the easy way out is going. I just work on the computer.
Shit. Yeah.
It's like when I talk to my parents, so when they explain like what we do, I say
Yeah.
it's like the games are like football. People like to watch them, so we organize them and people watch them. Like that's what they kind of think we do. They don't obviously understand that they're much older.
No, and I don't blame them to a point. I mean,
exactly. As if they're going to
yeah,
understand.
it's the way it is.
Imagine explaining TikTok to 70-year-olds, man.
Exactly, dude.
Fucking, it's better that they don't
Exactly,
know,
dude.
man.
It's better for sure.
So,
100%, dude.
Turkey, we've been going for 2 hours. I won't take much more of your time.
No problem, man.
Again, I'll
It's
plug.
been a lot of fun, dude.
Yeah, same here, man. Thanks a lot for accepting
For
the
sure,
invite.
dude.
It was a
I
really
love
good
it, man.
talk.
Thank you.
On this podcast, it's not like a one-time thing, so We enjoyed it, so I'll definitely be inviting you on again, 100%.
All right, sounds good, man.
If you'll be interested in playing game shows and shit like that, I'll message you on Discord and then tell me if you'll be available and all that shit. So,
Okay.
guys, go follow Torkie. You have all his socials underneath his cam right now. Please go donate to his charity event now. I mean, like from this stream from tomorrow, and when you get your paycheck at the end of the month. Thank you very much, man. Cheers.
Thank you so much for having me, man.
And-
I appreciate it, dude.
And thanks a lot, everyone, for joining in chat.
Thank you, guys.
Um,
Thank you so much for being here, man.
Cheers, that Torkie. See you guys. Wait, actually, let me see
Cheers.
if we can raid anyone. Let's see if
Yeah,
anyone's
let's,
online.
Get over there. Show 'em some love,
Don't
dude.
really have anyone online. Like ESL, like. No one streaming, no one like who can help out. Yeah, this guy is streaming Tarkov. Let's just send him something.
Let's do it.
Thanks a lot again, man. Cheers.
Oh, thank you, dude. Thank you for
Appreciate.
having me, man. It was a really great time here, dude. Seriously, great vibes, everything. You're a really fun dude to talk to,
Cheers, man. I appreciate it. Definitely.
Captain Eagle.
As that we found someone playing Tarkov who has
Let's do it,
a
man.
lot of viewers. See you guys. Thank you very, very much. I'll just put on.
Thank
a
you all
mute
for
stream.
being here.
Cheers, Ciao, ciao, guys.
Have a good night, chat. Bye bye.